Oh, so Christ, may you burn in hell forever, 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 forever.
Oh, Jesus.
What'd you do, Steve?
Studio was on me. Studio 2 was supposed to be me.
No, Steve, you messed up. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Blvd Bullies versus the World in studio. Live from Otter House in Queens, New York.
As we do.
I'm your host, PK, with the Blvd Bullies, and I'm joined, as always, by my cohort, my co-host, Bad Take Bry, the merch guy.
Woo!
Thank you so much, Brian. Brian, this has got to be your 50th show, 52nd, 100th show, maybe.
It's all hour.
Yeah, but I mean, you have like a streak going.
Oh well, I mean, I have missed some shows. I've missed a couple of shows.
And as always, we are joined, and this is the best part about being in studio. Sometimes we have guests. Sometimes we have, light tube spots. But the real reason to do an in-studio is for an excuse to get the iconic forefather of the Blvd Bullies, Yoda, the bald one.
The young bald Yoda.
Bald Steve, young bald Steve, Yoda
you.
Steve.
Always a pleasure to be here. I love you both
75
so much.
degree Steve.
Oh, I'm toasty.
Sitting
I'm toasty
over
right
there
now.
in
We
the
finally
studio.
discovered where the fucking heater was in
Oh,
this place.
we finally discovered. Whatever. What's up, y'all? As always, please follow, subscribe, like, share, comment, thumbs up, thumbs down.
All that
Don't
stuff.
matter to us. And also, super chats, as always, will be monitored and relayed to us by Steve,
Yep.
the bald one.
Yep.
And that will completely redirect the conversation.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
today we're going to talk about AEW and their tribute to Mark Briscoe. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about the Royal Rumble and all the trimmings of that. We're going to talk about maybe a lackluster Monday Night Raw, some GCW news. All these things will be covered. But hey, if you want your comment to be heard, throw a few ducats behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Brian, what was your favorite thing that happened this week? And why is it Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns?
Well, that's what's going to happen now.
You think so?
I do. It has to happen in Montreal at the Elimination Chamber.
The Elimination Chamber.
The Elimination Chamber for the championship.
Oh, by the way, I just want to send a quick shout out to somebody who couldn't be here tonight. Ringside Sean.
Oh, yeah.
Usually sitting right over there. Obviously, couldn't make it here. Like, he had the time to spend with us blocked out. He just couldn't make it because of, like,
Right.
the financial situations,
should
which we all understand. So, no doubt, he's probably listening.
I've missed some shows.
Watching in the chat. He's probably actively watching. And
Say hey,
promoting
Sean, if you're here.
it. Yo, shout out, dude. We miss you.
I framed it so the space is there, but he's not.
Right.
Oh, we miss you, dude.
Brutal.
Put a little,
We miss you.
photo of him.
So there's a lot to talk about. And I guess we should start with the Royal Rumble. I'm going to just go ahead and discount Monday Night Raw. Because I thought Raw last night was very
Lackluster
lame.
show.
You had the 10-minute, 15-minute Cody Rhodes thesis statement.
Crying always.
Dude.
I did like Rhea's. Rhea's promo was dope, I thought, calling
I
out
fell
Charlotte.
asleep. I fell asleep.
You didn't see a clip
Yeah,
of it?
I was asleep.
She's awesome.
Yeah. She did a good job.
Mm-hmm. And it's all, she didn't come out with the Judgment Day either when they came out. She kind of had her own thing.
Nice.
She didn't come out with the Judgment Day, and then she came out with her own Rhea Ripley music.
This
she
is
did her-
my
right.
brutality!
It might have been it might have been a different song.
Oh,
I
man.
can't remember now, but it was awesome.
Did you know that last year Steve predicted the Royal Rumble winner without even thinking about it for more than 1 second?
Wasn't that 2 years ago?
Was it 2? Oh, it might have been 2.
Who won last year?
I think last year was
I forget already.
it wasn't McIntyre?
No, that was years ago.
Chat? Anybody?
Shit.
We need some help here. We've already gone off the rails.
Was it Edge?
No, the year that Edge won, Steve predicted it.
Yeah, out of nowhere, too. You all laughed at me, and I thought it was stupid, too.
Was it Brock Lesnar? Wasn't it Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns?
Now I don't know who won last year. Was it Roman Reigns won last year?
He was champ.
Shoot.
Roman Reigns has been champ for 2 years.
I
Maybe
guess I
3
gotta look
years.
it up.
Has it been 3 years now?
We're lost in space here. We're lost in space and time. Hello, everyone. Thank you for watching the show.
Cheers. Blvd Bullies.
We do the studio show at the end of Tuesday of every month. Subscribe to the YouTube. Hear all our hot wrestling takes. Do we have any right now?
You know what I
Not
hated
really.
about Cody Rhodes' promo? How he says that he outlasted 29 other men.
Ooh,
And he was
went
number
right
30.
for it.
He was
went
number
right for it.
30. Rhea Ripley outlasted 29 other females because she was number 1.
Right.
Cody Rhodes was number 30. He outlasted probably about 8.
That was definitely a poor choice of words. I agree with you.
Yes. That's what that
And then maybe he did that on purpose to make it seem like
No, I think that's what he thinks. I think that he thinks that he outlasted 29 other men in one.
Steve.
Seth freaking Rollins defeated Roman Reigns by disqualification.
No, that's
That
the
was
championship
the champion.
match.
I don't even remember that.
Then I don't know yet.
They wrestled at the Royal Rumble. No, wasn't it Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble last year?
Dude, all I did was type in Royal Rumble
2022, because it's in January.
Right.
I can't tell. It doesn't tell. It doesn't.
Well, I
fucking
know
say.
for a fact.
Was it Bobby Lashley? Was it Brock?
I think it was Brock because they wrestled at Mania, did they not?
Oh, Ronda Rousey and Brock Lesnar win.
Right. And Kevin Owens wrestled Roman Reigns because this was their rematch from that.
What an embarrassing way to start out an in-studio, well-lit wrestling talk show.
Adam in the chat said Brock 22, Edge 21, Drew
Okay.
20.
There
Whatever.
we go.
Thank you.
We said all those names. We weren't far off.
Erase those last 5 minutes of your mind.
We weren't far.
Hey,
going.
Brian, did you know that in 2021, Steve predicted Edge out of nowhere?
Was it on this podcast?
You know what? No, I think it was.
It was in chat. I think you had said.
I think it was like a
some
Twitch.
thing.
Oh, it might have
It
been.
was like a
Twitch.
video game,
Something like that.
a gaming consort.
Or was it a podcast? I don't remember.
I remember you screaming out "Edge wins something" over there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you might have done it to be funny because you had already said Edge and he did win.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
they
remember.
they did the most obvious thing, Steve.
I called it.
Number 31. You know, and now looking back on it, it makes sense. You know, Cody comes in at number 30. His arms hurt. You know, let's not like make him last for an hour.
Well, he's supposed to be completely better. Is the point?
Well, I mean, they still needed to give him a little test run, I think.
Right.
So, you know, he comes in at 30. He's chilling. Eliminates like 5 or 6 guys. Wins the Royal Rumble from number 30. Comes out on Monday. Says, hey, I outlasted 29 other men. Deal with it. And then he says like a bunch of things like capricious and, you know, all these like huge words. You know. I'm trying to think of other big words. Pontification. You know, all this shit.
He said egregious. You said
Egregious. All these things.
Something.
He talks like he's writing a book. You know, he talks like a guy who's trying to be like impressive writing a book.
That's what wrestlers do.
You could come out, you could say just like what you're saying. You could say like, hey, you know what? I was injured. And if I had to write a letter to young Cody Rhodes, I would say, hey, man, you know, you're going to be Stardust and that's going to be weird. But then everything's going to be great. He's like, oh, no, when I tell the younger me, I would don the face paint and become insecure. And
It's poetic.
You know,
It's poetic.
with the wisp of the wind and the changing of the leaves and all this shit.
This is why you hate Bray Wyatt.
Oh, Bray Wyatt. Don't even get me started. Pitch Black. Steve, there was a Mountain Dew match.
Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Well, I want to know, like, since I'm kind of an outsider, I'm ignorant to all this shit. Like, I thought he was doing AEW.
Cody Rhodes?
Cody Rhodes. I thought he like is in charge of that, and I just assumed that he was never going to come back or wrestle. And so, as an outsider, can you explain how he can exist in both universes?
Well, he doesn't exist in both.
Well,
he moved. Yeah, Brian, tell him the story.
So I'm missing some.
They
news.
don't.
I'm missing
I guess they still refer to him in AEW though. Like
Do they?
MJF
So he's not with
definitely calls
AEW
him
anymore.
the roller coaster.
He's not in AEW. He doesn't control that anymore.
No, I don't think he has any. I mean,
Okay,
I'm not,
then I didn't know. I didn't know that was a thing.
Does he? Do you know? Did he sell? He's not a.
Brian is answering this question terribly for you, Steve. I was going to let you. He does not own any more AEW,
Right,
I don't think.
he's not.
But
affiliated.
basically, he left. His contract was up with AEW.
But I thought he like invented it.
He helped
he
invent
started.
it.
He helped.
So why would he? If he started it, why did he invent some contract being up? He should own that forever. Someone should have to buy him out.
Well, he kinda
contract just can't be up.
basically
you have to
started a
like
company-
choose to walk away.
Well, he started a company and gave a lot of people jobs. Technically, like all the wrestlers that are in AEW now have a platform to do what they do, and he did that. So he basically did that, and then now it went back to WWE to do what he does. And
But his excuse was, my contract.
Well,
was
basically, what happened is
no,
that,
I think that he. I don't really know the full facts, but I think that he sold his take in it, gave, and then left. And left
the
on his-
full details, I guess, are unknown. But basically, you know, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, and Cody Rhodes, all 4 of them got together, and with Tony Khan, the financer, the owner, the creative director, the head writer,
the money backer.
the money guy,
Yeah.
started this company, AEW. They signed Chris Jericho, and they signed all these guys.
Sorry, you're talking about something that happened a while ago.
This is the origin story for you.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So these
I
guys
thought
were
you
all-
were talking about the split with Cody.
Well, no, and they all had contracts for a few years. You know,
So you say. So
2
you
year,
think.
3 year contracts.
So
they were
they
all
say.
like executive vice presidents. Got a little shareholding thing. Got a little corporation thing.
Yeah.
And I guess like Cody thought he was worth more money than potentially. He
Was there an official statement that he made, Cody Rhodes, saying like,
Well, no,
this is
because
why I'm
once
walking
he
away
left,
from AEW?
no, it was basically like, hey, thank you so much for the time I shared. I'll always value my time here. You know, now I want to move on.
He said that
to,
on a live show.
It was like the
there's
blanket.
there's like no beef. There's no beef between them.
It was like very like bland statements.
Was there a farewell on like a AEW episode?
No, he did not have a farewell.
So it was just like a Twitter thing that he said, announced it?
It was like
it was kind of a rumor, and no one really knew if he was there or not. And then he kind of just showed up in WWE, and then everyone was like, okay.
So it was a surprise. When you saw him at the Royal Rumble, you didn't know he was going to be showing up? That was his debut?
no, because he had debuted. He did a debut at WrestleMania the year before.
Oh, okay.
But everyone knew that he was going to debut.
Wow, how are we gonna like succinctly update Steve? All right, hold on. Let me try this. All right, so
You don't really know.
AEW started like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
All the original guys have like 2-year contracts. Okay. Most of the guys had their little niche on TV, and they were all okay with their role, and everything was good. The fans liked them. So before the 2 or 3 years was up, they got an extension. Now, nobody knows whether it's because Cody said it or maybe the people who were in charge of AEW thought so. But when Cody's contract was up, they waited till like the last minute. There was no extension offered. There was more of a renegotiation period, supposedly. Supposedly what happened is Cody thought that maybe he wanted X because he's this guy. And Tony Khan said, hey, I think you're more like this guy. Cody's like, you know what? I could probably go back to WWE. And they're like, well, maybe, you should. Or I don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
Right.
But he had,
And you believe all of this?
I don't know what I believe, but all I'm saying is
this
that.
is supposed to be truth.
Right. This is
Steve,
what's
I don't
thought-
like the way that you're
No,
coming
no.
at me
I'm
here.
just saying
That's what's thought.
If that's what
in
he
the
did,
masses.
but if he started his own company, he wouldn't have put himself in a position to be
Steve,
kicked out of it.
didn't
get
you
kicked
start
out.
your own company?
Yes, and I left amicably.
But that's what he did.
Yeah.
But Steve-
He left
but
on
you're
his own-
saying, but you
he's
just
left
said
on
he
it.
didn't. You're
Who?
just saying he his contract was up.
Well,
my
he's-
contract wasn't up. I had there was no contract with me and started my company. So I just want to know, if that's
Damn,
how he
I almost
really
had him.
started AEW, if he was part of the owners of that company, the excuse he gives for going back makes no sense. There would be no contract. He would just own it.
Well, it's the excuse that he's giving is probably a work.
I don't think that
he
he
gives to the
actually
masses.
owns.
Okay.
I think that he just had maybe like a share. But I don't know.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
I thought he was an owner. I thought he went
No, I think
to
Tony,
start
Tony
his
Khan
own
is the owner,
wrestling
and the
company.
Young Bucks are like
he was like
they're
on the
vice
board,
presidents.
but I don't think he was like.
Okay.
Well, anyway, regardless, whether he
doesn't
wanted
matter.
to or not,
Yeah.
whether it was a contract or whatever, because I remember there being contract talks at the time.
Right. And he
Like
was looking
money.
for the
I
most
remember
money.
there being like money things in the news at the time. But even if you want to say maybe Cody just wanted to do it, either way, boom, he ends up in WWE. And let me tell you, Steve, he wasn't doing so great in AEW at the time.
No.
He was kind of like mid-card relegated.
Everybody hated him.
Everybody fucking hated him. He was like the John Cena. When John Cena was getting booed, that was like what Cody was doing.
Yeah.
But then
I gotcha.
Cody John Cena in AEW comes over to WWE as Cody John Cena, and he's like received like a hero.
Yeah, he's a hero.
And I'll tell you this, actually. At first, I enjoyed seeing Cody because just the irony of him being his own lame, stupid self on WWE now was very funny to me. Like, so I don't know if I ever loved Cody in WWE non-ironically.
Dude, he's pretty great though.
Ah!
Dude, even the shit that he did.
Well,
with
I was
Walt-
sitting in my
Gunther and
chair, pontificating.
I'm talking about his wrestling.
Yeah.
Like the shit that he did with Gunther, like them being the last two, they had like a whole they went for like 10 minutes just
Slapped
the two
the
of
tit,
them.
tried to re-separate the tit.
Dude, he smacked the shit out of him.
Yeah. I guess you're right.
And it was awesome. And I think that he's and like who did he wrestle on Raw? He wrestled.
He wrestled Finn Balor.
Finn Balor, and it was awesome.
Yeah. All right.
His
Well, there you
matches,
have it, Steve.
His matches, like the match he's gonna have with Reigns, is gonna be awesome.
Yeah. You're probably
course.
right.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is
I
gonna
don't
be
doubt that.
sick. I mean, he's just great. He's great. Like,
Yeah.
his promos are getting a little Like
He's a
over the
little
promos,
long in the tooth.
and he's just like the crying. He gets too into it. The overacting.
Has he done anything outside of AEW or WWE?
He had a show.
Yeah, right. He was like a game show host or something.
No, he had a reality show.
He had two things going on.
Yeah,
he
what were those things?
Oh, it was like
He had like Redneck America's Got Talent.
right.
It wasn't like America's Got
He
Talent,
sat
but it was
there
like
and he scored things.
yeah, it was hosted by like Bert Kreischer.
Yeah, like
That's a funny guy, dude. He's funny as fuck.
It was like Bert Kreischer and like Snoop Dogg
Yo,
and
Bert
like
Kreischer is really fucking
who
funny.
else?
Do you know that guy?
no, who's that?
He's just a fucking.
Was he
he's
in the
just an
Goonies?
idiot.
I think he's from the Goonies. He was
in
one
the
of the
Goonies?
kids in the
He's just
Goonies.
an idiot.
Oh, wow.
He's just
Nice.
an idiot. But it was like Redneck. It was like America's Got Talent. But it was like, oh, here comes like a guy who could like, I don't know what was even what were even some.
Yeah.
It was
and
like
what was the other thing? He was in a reality show.
and it was a reality show of him and his wife.
Right.
Oh yeah. What was that
And
called?
they tried to do that.
Brand Roads of I don't know.
Roads of Love.
No, was it?
Yeah, it was Roads of Love.
No, it wasn't.
It was Roads to something.
Roads to the Top.
Road to the Top.
Where we going? We don't need roads.
Yeah, where we're going, there are no roads.
The Go Big Show is
That was the talent. It was
talent.
I just love saying the words Bert Kreischer.
It's a great
It's
name.
just fun. It's fun to say.
Kreisch is great.
I don't even know if that's his real name. There might be an N
it
in
is.
there somewhere.
I think you're right.
Yeah, and it was like a guy, like a sword swallower, would come on and do like a backflip, and Cody Rhodes would go, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and they're like, "Oh, sir, we need
Roads to the top.
Roads to the top.
somebody to the top." Bah!
I love it.
It's a long way.
Yeah, and both shows were
Both shows are tanked, right?
horrible.
I haven't heard of them.
Unanimous flops, and like Cody Rhodes thought he was
Sucks
like
for
really the guy.
Yeah. He's like, I started my own wrestling show. I
Yeah.
could start one of these other
And he
shows.
came out and he's like, he got the chest tattoo on his neck and he got the neck tattoo on his chest. And he's just all fucked up in the game. And everyone in AEW was like, this guy fucking sucks. Including me. And he'd come out and be like, let me tell you a story. And it would be like a 10-minute, I'm going to take you back to being Dusty Rhodes' son.
Yeah.
And then I met my beautiful wife this. And all this fucking shit. And it's just like, oh my God, dude. It'd be like a 15-minute thing, and everyone in AEW was like, this guy sucks.
Yeah.
And then he goes to WWE, and it's like, this guy's awesome. This guy's the man. And, but like, I'm just saying that when he first came to WWE, I loved it. You know,
You were
like
hot. You were hot on Cody.
I was hot on it. And then Cody got hurt. And, when Cody got hurt, it was like the best. That match that he had with the bicep and the torn tit
Insane.
was fucking awesome. He's the man, right? I love him. I really do. And him being in WWE makes me realize.
Do you know about that, Steve?
No, but Brian, can you move the mic a little bit closer? Pat, you're fine.
The man wrestled with a completely torn pectoral
Oof. Ouch.
in Hell in a Cell.
How did he?
Haters will say it was makeup.
He tore it like
in the match?
No, he tore it prior, like working out,
Well, you got to fight this match.
and then he fought the match.
Wow. You think that was a work? The fact that he tore the pectoral?
You think he actually like hurt his knee and then just like
Dude, I don't know. I don't know if you can even like do that as makeup. He's obviously sweating. You know, like it stayed.
It was true though. Like his left side was like
It was like
kind of
full of
swole.
water. It was like full of water.
There's a few thoughts I have about this.
Oh,
One
geez, Steve the
is
skeptic. He's like the
no.
Scully.
I'm not saying. I'm not saying I'm not a skeptic. But if it is true, then that means that wrestling isn't as hard as they make it look. It's not as
Right, because you
physically
can do it with a
demanding.
torn arm.
Yeah, exactly.
Or is the man just that good that he can do it with a torn arm?
Well, that's the other thing. More or less likely.
I don't
Did
know.
they
Well,
seem
okay.
like they were going easy on him?
So
in
let
the
me
match?
ask you this.
Yeah.
He
Actually,
looked like he was in pain, but he could be an actor. Good
no,
actor.
because this is like I'm feeling like a little child now.
Yeah.
Because I'm like I don't know what's real and what's fake.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm
That's the
telling
best
you,
part of wrestling.
and it was
Right.
like the news was he tore his pec. Because you know what, Brian? When me and you talk and we're talking about this situation, it's like I don't even question it. But while I'm explaining it to Steve.
Yeah.
I realize how wrestling it sounds.
Yeah.
Dude,
so I
they
feel
said-
like when
they
we
said-
like, no, Steve, you don't understand. It was real.
They said
Yeah.
Logan
And then
Paul.
Steve's like, what are you talking? A torn pec? That's ridiculous.
Didn't they say Logan Paul tore his ACL after his first match, and now he was just in the Royal Rumble?
I don't know, dude.
They said that. Okay, so well they did. They reported Logan Paul had an injury.
All I'm saying
Of a
is,
tor-
Forget
of a
about
chair.
Logan Paul for a
I'm
second.
just saying they reported that, and that was
so
obviously
he takes
not
off
true.
his jacket. The reports are that he tore his bicep, tore his like.
and let me guess,
tit.
he's got a big fucking bandage around.
No,
his-
no,
bandage,
dude.
no
So he
bandage.
comes out, he
Bandage
takes
list.
off the jacket, and his shit is like purple. It's like crazy purple. Now, could it have? It was so purple that it seems like you could have just spray painted it purple, and they were just like, fuck it, no one's gonna think. And then, but you know what? There was this one part in the match where Seth Rollins has the kendo stick, and he's jamming.
He's working it.
And it's like he's jamming it in, and it's like, yo, if his shit was really torn like that, would you really like fucking?
Well, there's Pat. How about this? How about this, Pat? How about this? You could say it's
only by talking to Steve am I questioning these things.
But wait, listen to this. So you could say, oh, it's super wrestling because, of course they're gonna say he tore his pectoral muscle or whatever, and then go and do a match.
Right.
You can get deeper. It's so wrestling in that he purposely injured himself. We really did actually injure himself. Now whether he didn't know, he's like, yo, I'm just gonna go to the gym tomorrow and work so hard until something breaks.
Steve, that's insane.
And then when
that's
we
ridiculous.
do the match, that's the thing you fucking target. Like I can't say what it is. And then the next day, yo, bro, what was it? It was the pec. Bro, it's the pec. Dude, that's going to be great. That's going to be great. I'll take the kendo stick and just fucking do this. Yeah. So that's even more fucking wrestling.
I don't know. Yo, and the
that would
dude
be absolutely insane.
He has an actual like surgery scar right there on his thing. They're like
There's
zooming in.
video
I'm
of
sure
the
it's all
man
real,
getting
but
surgery.
it's fun to
Yeah, but you know.
He's on
But
the
only
table.
as I explain the storylines to Steve do I start thinking that they're not real.
Yeah, I
Anything
love
is
thinking about
fucking
that.
Skeptic.
possible, man.
Because I also
crazy
think
to
about
think
how, like,
about.
when social media, when the wrestlers were first starting to be on social media, you know, you would call them out instantly. But now that social media is so new, old, I guess, and trusted, and like we get the president tweets on fucking so now if you tweet something, you think it's real. You think it's actually, I just tore a pec, you know.
No one knows. No one fucking knows.
You know, but it's also such a wrestling thing to do if you go back, you know, to the origins of it, to use the mediums you have to bring the show up.
Yeah, but usually, maybe they are thinking on a next level. But
would
usually with
would he
Twitter,
have injured? He wouldn't have injured himself because he had to be out for. He just came to WWE
Oh no, that's
and then
insane.
had to be
Steve's
out.
out of his mind.
Yeah, I know.
Steve's out of his goddamn gourd.
Yep.
All right, so Cody came out on Raw. He won the Royal Rumble at 30. Steve, long story short, he's no longer in AEW.
No longer.
He is now the fucking homelander of WWE.
Great.
And he is here.
He's back.
Well,
Well, let me ask you this
in
now.
my soul, something, Cody Rhodes.
Is he back as the character he was, or is he a new guy?
He might as well have an eagle fly. At WrestleMania, that's what they're going to do. They're going to have an eagle fly onto Cody Rhodes' arm at WrestleMania. Dude. I swear
Triple
to
H
God.
already did that though.
An eagle?
No, he
When
had
was the
like a
last time
falcon. He had a
he
falcon.
wrestled?
No, a
Stardust.
bald eagle.
Stardust. That's old.
Oh, like many
he's
years ago.
basically his AEW character in WWE. Like he's the same guy that he was
Gotcha.
there
Himself.
He is right. He's Cody Rhodes.
So he
that was
sucked
there.
as Stardust.
Was he ever Cody Rhodes himself in WWE?
Yes.
Or was he always Stardust?
No, he was Cody Rhodes, and then they made him into Stardust.
Yeah.
He became
I
Stardust.
mean, before he left.
he didn't
in
go back.
WWE, he was Cody Rhodes.
He went back to Cody Rhodes?
No, when he left WWE, he was Stardust.
Right. That was his last.
That was
form.
basically my
That
question.
was his final form.
So when he left WWE, he was Stardust, and
Right.
now that he's back, he's Cody Rhodes.
right.
So he didn't want to be Stardust anymore.
No,
No,
unfortunately
that's
not.
definitely why he left.
But you know what?
He left to go do AEW.
I'm just
Oh,
feeling like
interesting.
if we're gonna
Why couldn't he have just not been it, but stay in WWE? They didn't let him.
They didn't want. I
no,
guess
because
they,
he wasn't ready. It's like, it was 6 years ago. He was like young and like frustrated. He needs to go out on his own, you know.
Yeah, that
He needs
makes
to chase his dreams,
like
follow
that.
his heart.
Yeah.
America,
find a
fuck
smile.
yeah.
He had to find a smile.
He needs to go find a smile.
Cool.
But I'll tell you right now, if Cody Rhodes is going to be in WWE for like the next, okay, how about this? Within the next 2 years from this day, within the, okay, maybe not two. Two's a little arrogant. With definitely
6 months.
No, definitely within the next 5 years. Okay. Whether it's SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania. Definitely, if Cody Rhodes is in WWE for the next 5 years,
Oh, Stardust is coming back.
there will definitely
100%.
be yes, 100%. But you know,
it's only a matter of time before
Right.
Stardust makes
Now-
his appearance.
now it's definitely-
it's when they're gonna get sick of him as him.
it's definitely not. And here's what, and you know, that's why I say, like, I could even see, because I think the correct number is 5. But I think in the modern era, the cycles turn
I
over
agree.
too fast.
I think
That it
sooner
could
than
be
5.
even within the next 2.
I say 6 months.
Oh, dude, no.
That's too
Because
soon.
because you
That's
know what?
too
You're gonna ride this Cody. You're
They're
gonna ride.
stupid. They're stupid.
No,
They're
no,
not
no.
gonna do
Because
that.
you're gonna ride this Cody. You're gonna ride. He's the next John Cena. So you ride the merch for
That's
years.
a great question, though. You should put it to the public.
He's gonna ride the Cody wave for years. And you know what? He'll even at some point go Cody black hair, bad guy.
Bad guy Cody.
And then maybe he'll go away, and there'll be many things
hope.
that happen.
You know what I think? What's it gonna take?
Dude, no,
it be Stardust.
No. If he was Stardust within the next year, I would say too soon. But
Yeah,
you know,
you're
it's gonna be
probably-
like
No
Raw
way. There's no
35. You know, it'll be like, oh, the 1500th episode of something.
It'll be years-
Or it'll be
yeah.
like the 10-year anniversary of Gold Dust.
It'll be a
dude-
funny thing. It'll be like a joke. It'll be brought back as a
you know
joke.
what they could do though? Like, if
Yeah.
here's something they could do.
He'll have to go to that place.
If I was Cody
Stardust
Rhodes,
place.
if I was Cody Rhodes, this is what I would do.
I wish last
After a
night we
couple
saw.
of weeks or after like a month or two, I would have like a Stardust like frame appear.
dude,
One
you're out of
frame
your mind,
Of
dude.
Stardust appear in his like entrance video.
He already does. He
You know
does
what I
the
mean?
cartwheel.
And then like
He
another
did it
month
once.
goes by. It's like, in other words, like over the course of time, little seeds are planted of stars coming
Yes,
up.
but this is
And-
years from now.
No, well,
This is
whenever.
years.
I mean, yeah, whenever.
Can't
but
be.
I think it could be
gotta-
soon. If he's smart, he would do it soon.
That was Steve.
Because it can make money, but
He
then
left because he hated Stardust.
Bad
Okay.
take Steve here.
Okay, all right.
Just wait. You gotta wait for it.
But I was saying the culmination is that it's like him.
Oh, he Uncle Howdy's it.
No, he like Mankind's it. Sometimes he's Cody Rhodes, sometimes he's Stardust. But then it
That's like the
culminates
Demon
with a
and
match.
Finn Balor.
It culminates with a match.
Well, how dope would it have been to see the Demon versus Stardust last night instead of fucking Cody versus Finn Balor? How boring was that? 2 human beings wrestling. Get out of
Maybe
town.
when Cody is champion, he'll wrestle Finn Balor, and then he'll
Steve,
bring
I love
back
your
Stardust.
enthusiasm, but you're out of your gourd.
All I'll say is this: I think it'll happen
Stardust
sooner
versus
than you
the Demon.
think.
Right, well, that's what I'm saying.
That's all I'll say.
I'm saying 5 years, but I could see it being like 2. I could see it like next SummerSlam, he does a little Stardust run.
Well, it depends too. Like I said, if he's like trending well, or if people like him as Cody in WWE,
Well,
like
you
the
ride
ratings
that
people-
as long as you can.
Yeah. If it's working, then they'll stay
And
himself.
it's
I
working.
would say right now it's definitely working.
It's
Work.
working on and
Great.
it's working on a multi-year level.
Yeah.
Like you could see
I
it's
think he's
working
gonna
in
be
this.
champ. I think he's gonna win.
It could take one
WrestleMania.
fuck
No,
up.
dude.
It could take one bad show. It could take one.
I really
N-word
think
misplaced.
I think he's gonna. The American Nightmare will become the American Dream.
Wow. You think that he's gonna win the title as early as Wrestle? Oh, I hate that, Brian.
Come back, yeah.
I fucking.
So you think he's gonna
I
win?
think I think Roman Reigns is gonna lose both titles. I don't know if they're gonna split the titles.
Oh man, you know what? I want to. Okay, now we gotta talk about it because. so when Cody switched from AEW to WWE, I was not interested in one thing on WWE TV. I didn't really think the Bloodline was all that.
But back then it really wasn't.
I didn't care about Bray Wyatt. I didn't care about anything that could have happened or on the horizon.
There was no Bray Wyatt.
But whatever. Like by the time Cody arrived, last January, last
It was
December.
It was the Rumble.
Well,
He
Hell
came
in the
at-
Cell.
He came
December.
at Mania and wrestled Cody.
Oh, Mania. Okay. So when that happened, I didn't really care about anything going on in the WWE.
Right.
Like I did on an ironic level. So I started liking the train wreck that is Cody Rhodes on that level. And I'm like, yo, for Cody to go on and beat Roman, that's so fun. Let's do that. So sign me up for that.
Right.
But then Cody got hurt. And I didn't really have anybody that I thought was that great. And in that time, Sami Zayn.
That's when When Cody got hurt is when Sammy
He has
stepped up.
captured my heart like no other.
Right.
Like Cody Rhodes could only hope to. Sami Zayn has captured my heart like Mankind captured my heart. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
Do you agree with me?
I 100% agree.
It's like rock and sock connections.
It's facts. Facts.
And now Cody represents everything that I hate about Cody because Cody's back and he's just taking the spotlight away from sweet, sweet Sami Zayn.
But is he?
Well,
I
okay.
really think. But who's to say that Sammy can't win a title at Elimination Chamber?
Well, he's not going to win it.
And
I just
Montreal?
I just need Sammy to have his match.
He's
And if Sammy gets his one-on-one match with Roman at elimination,
that will make
then
you
I'm
feel better
okay.
about
Yeah, then I'm
I
okay.
think it can't not happen. It's in Montreal. That has to be the match. Like even if Sammy loses, that has to be the match.
Which one of us want to tell Steve about what's going on? Steve, let me try to paraphrase this for you.
Bloodline.
Have you ever seen the meme of the like 5 guys in like King Diamond corpse paint, and they're all looking at the camera, but then one of them is a husky dog.
Okay. Yeah.
And the meme is like, day 6, they still don't realize I'm a dog.
Yeah.
You know that one?
Yeah.
That's kind of like the synopsis
Of Sami Zayn.
of the Sami Zayn bloodline. It's like all these descendants of The Rock. It's like Rikishi's kids, Yokozuna's kids.
Okay.
It's the Samoan
And
bloodline.
he's the husky.
The Samoan bloodline
Yeah.
is like run by Roman Reigns, and like you know, it's the Usos, and it's like Umaga's kid and Rikishi's kids.
Yeah.
And they're all Samoan.
Okay.
And Sami
I get
Zayn's
it,
like the
yeah.
white ginger guy
And there's
who's
Paul
like
Heyman
snuck
too,
in.
though. The wise man. There's the wise
Don't
man.
worry about that.
Is this is WWE?
Yeah.
Yes. For the
It's such
purposes,
a WWE thing to just base your shit off like a cartoon premise. You know?
The wise man doesn't count in this.
This is like when Bugs Bunny walks off the cliff and he doesn't know he walked off the cliff, so he's still in midair.
Right,
and then once he realizes he's in midair, then he falls. That's what this is. It's hilarious. It's Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, but anyway, it's a great storyline.
Brilliant. It's brilliant.
So I guess what I'm saying is that I would have signed up for Cody versus Roman 9 times out of 10, but there was just this inexplicable shooting star rocket in the sky, Sami Zayn in the bloodline, and now I don't want anything else other than Sami to win the title from him in WrestleMania.
Well, the whole thing with Jay walking out too is kind of crazy. Like there's a lot of layers to this whole thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, either way, I don't really care what the layers are. I just need to see Sami get his match.
That's good. It's good, and it's going to. They can't not do it. The Elimination Chamber, Montreal, Sami Zayn, Roman Reigns.
Did you watch
What does Sami Zayn have to do with Montreal?
He's Canadian as fuck.
There you go.
He's Canadian as fuck, Steve.
You should say that because I don't fucking know.
Right. Well, now you know.
From Montreal, I guess.
Maybe.
Yeah. From Montreal. What does that mean? He's Canadian. Oh, okay.
Right.
I thought maybe the Elimination Chamber was like invented in Montreal or something.
No.
So
I don't know anything.
Staying on WrestleMania, Steve, have you ever heard of Stone Cold Steve Austin? You guys have the same hairdo.
Yes.
So they were offering Stone Cold, and this makes me think that this makes me lose my trust in WWE. Apparently, Steve Austin was getting pitched Roman Reigns Stone Cold.
But you don't even know if that's true.
I don't know what that
That's
means.
just someone making a rumor.
I don't know. They're based on sources, Brian.
Yeah, but how do you know that they're not just leaking that information to make people think that that's what they're doing?
What is the controversy here?
Well, basically, there was some leaked intel, supposedly.
Supposed leaked intel.
So you think it's fake news?
I think it's fake news. Yeah.
Okay, well,
what is
Brian,
it? What-
could you do me a
regardless.
favor for the good of the show? Could you just engage me in discussion about it?
Yeah,
He is.
I'll engage you. But basically, the Rock and Roman Reigns has been talked about for WrestleMania in Hollywood for a long time now, and basically,
You mean a match?
a match between them.
It's been
Rock-
talked about in Hollywood?
No, in wrestling, in wrestling,
In-
in the
and
wrestling
Hollywood.
community.
Gotcha.
And Hollywood.
People
Okay.
Magazine, WWE Magazine.
Yeah. And I bet you if you search the sources of those, it was planted by
Dude,
people
if
who
you
work
watch
for
the show
WWE.
Young Rock, they literally they mention it. They refer to it. Them
Yeah,
having
great.
a match.
Great.
But The Rock cannot perform at WrestleMania.
Why?
He cannot get in ring shape.
He can't
doesn't
get
have
ring
enough
shape.
time to get in ring shape.
It's
and
part of the story. It's part of the storyline.
Okay, well, if it is or not,
Jesus
then
Christ.
The Rock not being able to, they say that then they went to Stone Cold and offered him a copious amount of money to
Copious.
wrestle Roman Reigns.
Yeah, okay.
But now I think that that's all bullshit. I don't even. I just,
you think just the Stone Cold part's
No,
bullshit.
I think The Rock might be bullshit too, and people are just talking about it, and then they're just letting people talk
It's
and
cool.
talk.
It's a great story.
Right.
Which
Why
is
not
why-
let the
which
why
is
not
why
let the
I'm
people think and
suspicious
talk
of it.
about it?
My head is absolutely spinning. Hey, Brian. Wait, hold on. Before I ask Brian, Steve, what do you think's going to happen at WrestleMania? Roman Reigns
The Rock's
is
gonna fight Roman Reigns.
but Roman Reigns is the champion. Cody Rhodes won the Royal Rumble,
There's 2 nights of the Royal Rumble.
and The Rock said that he's not nowhere near ring shape, and there's not enough time for him to get into it.
And you believe that?
I believe that.
Okay. Well, if you believe that, then yeah, he shouldn't go. But if that's part of a story that they're trying to,
Well, who knows anymore?
Then
What would the
when he
story be if
shows up, then
that
when he
was
shows
able
up,
to
they're
get
just trying to
into
make the
ring shape?
pop. They're trying to make the pop at WrestleMania as big as possible.
Something would happen to have to happen to Cody for him to not be able to wrestle for
You
The Rock
guys are
to come.
bugging. You guys are bugging.
Wait, so
What's the
but
other,
you're
what's
saying
one
there's
other
already
scenario
a
would The
match.
Rock come to WrestleMania?
Dude, if The Rock was going to wrestle WrestleMania, he would be on the flyer. He wouldn't be a surprise.
Right.
Because The Rock would sell like 1 million pay-per-views.
That's a good
You know what
point.
I'm saying?
That's a good
100%.
Like he would, maybe not 1 million,
And
but
that's why
imagine how
the-
many Peacock fucking $5 subscriptions you could get by just putting The Rock on. Probably at least, more than the viewers we have now. Probably.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. That's why I think that The Rock news is
And
for
I
real.
think they don't want to say that he's not they asked Triple H. I used to watch the media scrum with Triple H,
Oh, the scrum.
and they asked him about The Rock, and he said that he mentioned The Rock not being able to get into ring shape, but he doesn't know if he's going to or not. I feel like he doesn't want to say that he's not
he
going
basically said
to make
no.
people think. But he
He said no, but hey, you never know.
right.
That's which is basically to me a no.
But it's leading people on to believe that something is going to happen.
No, not everything's a work. Some things that come out are real.
Well, did
Especially in wrestling nowadays, like the news stories that you hear in wrestling, a lot of the times they are real. You hear when somebody's coming back, you hear it
Yeah.
a few months before they come back.
And then they come
Everybody
back.
was saying that Chelsea Green was going to come back, and boom, she came back.
Everyone was saying Matt Cardona was going to come back. He didn't.
Fuck that
It's a
guy.
lot. I'm saying that there's a lot of fake news mixed in with the real news to make people not blur the lines.
Did
to
you
blur
say
the lines?
Did you say that there's already like a card, like who's fighting who?
They
for the
have to.
champion?
It's an interesting
Yes or
thing
no?
to think.
It's a yes or no question.
I would say they have a tentative card. that
They have
think
one match.
They have a card.
They have 2 matches planned.
Gotcha. Plan.
They have they have
2 matches planned.
They have 2 matches planned. They have Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair for the women's championship, and they have
WrestleMania? When is
at WrestleMania.
When is
April.
WrestleMania?
Or
it's 2 months from now.
That's
Right.
not very
end of
far
March.
away.
and they have to have this. I would say they already have the storylines kind of thought out to that time.
Okay, sorry, I got to go back a bit.
Yeah,
So,
this is absolutely
if you-
out of
if
control.
If you get a ticket for fucking Billy Joel, you get that shit a year in advance. You know who you're seeing. You know what I
Right.
mean? WrestleMania is one of the biggest fucking events in the world.
But,
Yeah, but you
but
don't-
Billy
you don't-
Joel
there's-
probably knows his set list for a really long time before he's fucking playing it.
They can't book people further than 2 months out for WrestleMania. You can't do that.
But no, you're missing the point because the name WrestleMania is like the name Billy Joel. Billy Joel doesn't announce his entire set list. I mean,
Set
maybe
list. Okay, yeah, that's true.
you know what I'm saying.
That's
so it's like a lot of like WrestleMania. You don't go to WrestleMania for the song. Like Piano Man's gonna play.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
You know what I
That's a
mean?
good
So
point,
it's like,
good point, good
it's
point.
more of like a destination. It's like, oh fuck, LA.
You know it's gonna be good.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Let's go out to LA and watch WrestleMania. It'll be so fun.
Yeah, I guess I'm being too
know.
critical. It is its own.
And it's like,
entity,
and even
wrestling. Its own thing, yeah.
it's gonna suck for those of us with all of our chromosomes well adjusted, who are not children, who still like wrestling, and it's a small number. You do it for the history. You do it for like the vacation, the experience. It's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's like we're watching The Last of Us, right?
Yeah.
There's like a way that you criticize film acting and TV acting and writing, and then there's another scale for wrestling. And that I was watching Royal Rumble with my girl. I was like, these guys right here, and I knew as I was saying these words, I knew that they were gonna be like absurd. So instead of saying, I was like, these guys are the best wrestling actors.
Yeah.
These guys are the best actors in wrestling.
Gotcha.
Now, for you, like me and you, we only watch TV and movies.
Yeah.
So these are going to be the worst actors you've ever seen
in your life.
in your life. This is going to be like so bad
Yeah,
that you're going to be like, what?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just telling you.
Just in the community.
And then,
They're
and then
beloved.
like, and
They're
not
beloved.
to skip ahead, but when Sami Zayn finally struck Roman Reigns with the chair, it's like it wasn't the Red Wedding. If you catch my drift,
Dude, the pop was insane.
But it was
though.
like, am I gonna?
I guess I gotta.
Ah! And it was like, ah!
He's really downplaying because it was awesome.
It was awesome.
It was awesome.
If you heard
But
the
it was
crowd,
awesome
just
like
the
a
crowd
comic book.
reaction.
Yeah.
It wasn't like awesome
Wrestling
like
is a
like
goddamn
an
comic
award-winning
book.
film.
When he came out and did this, you knew it was a comic book
That's what he
character.
does.
The moment Roman Reigns
Wrestling
was
is a
invented and he
goddamn
does
The
live
this.
action comic
the worst
book.
thing that Roman Reigns does, and he does a lot of things not so great, but the worst thing that he does is get hit in the back with a chair. Ha!
He did it.
He's
He
like
did
a
the
Dave
same exact
Chappelle
thing
character.
that when Seth Rollins hit him.
Right.
Slowly fall.
And he knew. They meme coached him. They have like a social media coach telling him like, yo, sell the chair the same way that
Right.
you sell.
Yeah. They probably sat him down and said they probably watched it. They studied it. They studied the Seth Rollins chair shot.
He was like, I don't even need to watch it. I know how to
Dude,
go.
it was that whole thing was so good. With Jay leaving, I loved it.
Because Jay was the one who hated Sammy.
Well, I think that Sammy was able to do what Jay wasn't able to do. Because Jay had the whole beef with Roman, and then Sammy has now stood up to Roman Reigns, and then Jay is now tight.
Wow, you're taking it to like a very psychological level.
It's layers, dude. Layers.
No, I think that Jay was
I
just very upset.
I think he sees himself in Sammy.
Wow. So what do you think the end game is for that?
I think that now I don't know. I think the bloodline is in a quandary, and that they're going to battle.
So you agree with me that Sammy is not going to be in the Elimination Chamber. He's just going to fight Roman in
For
the
the
main
championship.
event. For the championship.
Yes, and Jay might be in his corner.
And they already announced that the men's Elimination Chamber is going to be for the U.S.
Right.
Okay. So we can agree that now you say Jay's going to be in Sammy's corner.
I think that's.
You think it's going to be like
Roman
Roman with Jimmy and Solo? Wiseman and Solo. And then Sammy with KO and Jay?
Maybe no. I don't know if the KO might be gone for a while after that beat.
Nah, because Kevin Owens needs to do something in Montreal.
Maybe he'll come out for the save. I don't think that Kevin's good. Dude, Kevin got fucked up. They fucked him up, dude.
So here's what I want though. I don't know what's gonna happen, and like I don't need it to be at WrestleMania, but I just need Sammy to be able to tell the end of this story. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't want it to get jumbled with WrestleMania. We're going Cody versus Roman at WrestleMania, and like, do I like that as much as Sammy Roman? No, but hey. WWE's committed to Cody Roman at WrestleMania. That's fine. So I just need this whole thing to be told in the right way at Elimination.
See, and you know what I think? What I see I see happening now is that Jay will come out with Sammy, and then Kevin will come out after, and Jay will go back with the bloodline, and it will turn into Sammy and Kevin versus the Usos at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Because the thing is, I do not care. It's like it's really the same way I feel about Mick Foley. And I haven't felt that in a long time. I don't care if Sammy wins.
Or once he just needs the match.
I just need him to have the match
moment.
because, much like Daniel Bryan or Mick Foley or like the greats of our time, Sammy will relish the opportunity to break the hearts of all of his biggest fans.
Facts.
It's
gonna get him so much more over.
And there's gonna be some kind of. I really hope this at least that there's some kind of fucking finish where it's like, whoopsie daisy, referee knocked down. Oh,
Almost
Jay
that.
slides in. Betrayal.
Kick Sammy in the mouth.
Or it's like, and you have to have the spot. Steve, you know this. You gotta have the spot where
he's gonna help Sammy a
where
lot.
the referee's knocked down. But Sammy's got the pin.
Yeah.
One,
Yeah.
two,
You absolutely need that.
3,
100%.
4, 5.
Yeah.
Right? And like there's got to be some kind of completely Vince Russo fucked finish.
If he's the kind of guy,
Betrayal.
that engineers those kinds of moments, then he's my favorite wrestler too.
That's what I'm saying. And and it's like Sami
Get a
Zayn,
little chills
and
thinking about it.
you're right. So it's like Sammy deserves the Mania platform. But if you think about it, it's better this way.
Dude, him and Owens versus the Usos at Mania will be insane.
Right, and you know what? Give them the
That will
tag
be the
match,
ma-
let them do, and maybe they do a TLC.
Oh,
Maybe they do a TLC.
you're making me so excited.
Give them a TLC or something. Let them do like completely crazy shit, right? And then give Cody Roman. And it's almost better because if Sammy in his Mankind, he's basically Mankind. You know, Steve,
Well, you really got me like very excited when you said he's the kind of guy that will relish. And I was like, what? A chance to do a good match?
No.
Relish whether he wins or loses? No, he'll relish
Do
the
the
opportunity to break the hearts of his biggest fans.
Yes.
I'm like, who the fuck is this guy?
Aren't you? Because that's what
love that.
made me the wrestling fan I am. Is Mick Foley breaking my heart every single time.
Makes you love them.
I
It
want to
makes
hear
you
more
love them.
about those moments, but
Yeah.
I would be
Oh my God.
indulging myself.
I'm getting a little misty thinking about it too. So
understand.
that's what I'm saying. Sammy is in this rare little he's like on the bubble of he's like Rudy, dude. He's like Mankind. And it's almost everyone's saying almost that Sammy should have the Mania match. But nah, because back when they said that Daniel Bryan should have the Mania match, what happened with Daniel Bryan? Daniel Bryan got shoehorned in. It's almost better planning. It's like, nah, you know what? The Mania match is too big for what Sammy's doing. Sammy's doing stuff.
Brian deserved that Mania.
Okay,
match.
well, whatever.
I understand what you mean, though.
But Sammy, to have the hometown match in the pay-per-view before Mania is almost better for
I
him.
agree with that.
Let him do, instead of 80,000 people, let him do 20,000
Yeah.
people
In his
who
home.
love Sami Zayn.
That makes
Right.
sense.
And let him really, and it's less pressure.
Oh my God.
You know,
That's the biggest
Best Buy isn't watching.
Yeah,
You know,
that's the
Walmart
biggest thing.
isn't watching.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Snickers isn't watching. You know,
Well, dude,
you can do your own thing. You can tell your own story and lead into he's an assist guy. He's not the Michael Jordan.
He's Scottie Pippen.
Right.
Can I ask
Yeah.
a question?
Yes, please.
So if you equate WWE to the Marvel movies, because that's what they're trying to be, right? They're trying to be that
Basically,
big, that popular.
100%.
And Roman Reigns is your Captain America, and XYZ is this person, right? If you were gonna do the Sami Zayn method, then what you're talking about is we're in this new Spider-Man movie, we kill Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Which would be great, but
Right.
so that's not something you do
think
for
about
the
think about it this way, though.
WrestleMania.
Think about it this way. Right now, Roman, not a bad simile.
I'm trying to think of an
or
analogy.
metaphor, whatever, analogy, whatever.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns is Thanos, and right now they've been looking.
Okay, yeah.
And there
I
are
didn't know if he was good or bad.
There are a few
Right.
movies in, and they're looking for a guy to
Yeah.
get Thanos.
Eliminate
Great.
Thanos.
Oh, that's
Right.
awesome. Yeah.
So much and I haven't seen the Marvel movies, but I can only
Neither have
infer that people die along the way. Before
think-
he's defeated, there are some
I
heartbreaking
think there
moments.
is a few
Severely.
really huge ones that I kind of
Right.
know, but I don't want to say.
Well,
Everyone's
same here.
Yeah.
But before the final scene of the final movie,
Yes.
where they finally beat him,
it's not that time yet.
there are some heartbreaking. Right, and Sammy is the guy
That's
that you
gonna do
love.
it. Yeah.
That has to die.
Yeah.
And he's gonna.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
and listen, do I love Cody as much as Sammy? No.
Yeah.
But Sammy's role
Yeah.
is that he needs to be the guy that you love.
Yeah.
That was right there.
Yeah.
And it's it might be Sammy versus Cody. Yeah, right, dude. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's
No
gonna be
way.
Cody versus Roman.
yeah,
right?
yeah,
But
yeah.
give him give him he's got his own little
I love that.
side story.
I love that.
No WrestleMania pressure. Everyone's saying, it should be at WrestleMania. Nah. Give Cody and Roman the WrestleMania Rocky shit.
Yeah.
This is an independent movie in February.
Yeah.
Right? We're doing a specialized I hope
Yeah,
they do it.
that's
I
true,
hope.
true,
I'm
yeah.
not sure. They might just do the most canned Mountain Dew fucking shit and string you along in the worst way.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping
That's how
that,
they'll really break your heart.
that would break my heart
For
the
real.
most
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Sammy deserves his moment. And you know what? Hey, Sammy, you know what? You're not Mankind. You're not going to get your Mania. But you know what? Mankind never got a Mania moment either. Mankind had the other wins.
He got the worst WrestleMania match of all time.
So I'm just saying, give Sammy just his match and give him the trust to do his match the way that he knows it needs to be finished.
Yeah.
And oh man,
That's beautiful.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Locked in.
But then, and you know what? When we talk, sorry, let
I
me know if
burped.
the show is good. Or
I'm
bad.
loving it. Yeah, we're good. It's good.
And when we talk about the Uso Roman Sammy thing, me and you, and we're like, oh man, I hope this. We're all invested. But it's so true to explain it. If we were to sit down,
Yeah.
Steve, or to sit down my girlfriend, it's okay, these are the worst, these are the best wrestling actors. They're still not great.
Dude, they're pretty fucking good. Sammy's amazing.
Sammy's great.
Roman's great too, dude. They're all pretty
Nah,
fucking good.
Roman's
man.
not that great.
Well, dude,
He's pretty great.
I'll give you
Roman's an
another analogy.
over-actor.
Pat, I'll give you another analogy.
He's
So,
became so much better than he was. Sorry.
Jean-Luc Picard, Patrick Stewart came back and he made a new series, like Cody Rhodes going or whatever.
like a
and
Star
he-
Trek
Ooh,
series.
final season of Picard coming up.
Exactly, and I mean, not to get into the whole backstory of Picard, but like
Oh, let's talk Picard.
he met with writers who pitched him ideas, and he turned down a lot of things. You know what I mean? So he was like, it's gotta, you know, he had a criteria of things he wanted to do, and
But little did you know that he had bad taste. You know, that the guy who knew what was best for Picard
Yeah.
wasn't Patrick Stewart. It was possibly somebody else.
no, I think my analogy was that like I actually fucking forgot. Bye.
It happens
Maybe
on
if
the
I
show.
think of it, I'll let
It
you
happens
know.
on the
So
show.
anyway, The Rock is not wrestling in WrestleMania, even though the guy travels around with a gym. He's got his whole plane for a gym.
What about this? Cody Rhodes is getting beat up by the Bloodline after the match, and The Rock comes out for the save.
Yeah, but why? Who cares? Because
It would create a huge pop.
but no, if you're gonna bring back The Rock, you need to have a month of promotion for The Rock.
No, you're right.
Well, I would agree with that, except for the fact that you said that they don't book shit for WrestleMania even 2 months out. You
I don't
know.
agree, but I don't think that's true. I think right now there's a full card that they're trying to build towards.
Oh
and
yeah,
that
they have
things
their
change.
ideas. I was just saying what was
Gotcha.
announced. The only two things that were announced were the championship matches.
Right. But unannounced, like they have what they like.
Yeah, I'm sure they have a blueprint of night.
They have a
one and that.
blueprint
I think
for
you're right,
sure.
Pat.
Months in advance.
I think even just an appearance
From the Royal Rumble, I think.
I think even just an appearance by The Rock, like even if he didn't wrestle, it'd be like,
But it would have to be promoted.
Tune in Saturday for WrestleMania, where The Rock will say a few words.
Right.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, I can kind of see that though. Like maybe they wouldn't even. You know how The Rock was like the guy who opened up the Super Bowl. If you smell, or like
Wow,
whatever.
that's
It was
crazy.
like you know what I'm saying? Like maybe they'll have him because it's in LA. I could see him coming out and like shooting off some fireworks or some shit.
Yeah.
But they wanted him to wrestle, and it would have been. You know what? I want to get off this. We're talking about it so much, but
Yeah.
if The Rock wrestling would have been the best case scenario, okay? And the reason is because to me, it might have been a little bit too early. It might be a little too early for Cody. I think you could probably get like one more Seth Rollins Cody WrestleMania match out of this run.
They've had so many matches already.
But you could have gotten one more out of it, or you could have gotten Cody versus like maybe Gunther, right? And then you could have had Rock and Roman, right? And that would have taken the pressure off. There's no Rock. It can't be Sami, right? So it's got to be Cody now. I don't know. I think it's like it's good. I like it. It's good, but it's like it's a little out of whack. Like the gear is just a little off. The timing's a little off for me. But final thoughts.
My final thought is if Cody like wins WrestleMania, is that what you're saying? Like you think it's not going to happen?
I mean, if you have Roman beat Cody, then there's nobody else, and this whole Cody thing was for nothing.
Yeah.
So I think Cody beats him. I think it's a Hulk Hogan victory in LA.
Cody beats and Cody wins.
Yep.
Do you think then the next like the Raw after he loses it?
Nah.
Really? Okay.
Nah.
have
I
it,
think it's like a changing.
I've heard rumblings of him bringing back the winged eagle.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's just that is the championship belt from the 90s.
mean, all these things are
interesting.
like, all these things like don't sound like the worst, but to me, it's like, okay, is the likely end of the Roman Reigns story that Cody, USA all the way, beats him and brings back the wing belt? Yeah.
That's so WWE.
But like,
in
just
America.
because that's the end of the story doesn't need to be told right now. Because for me,
dude, it's been 3 years.
no, but okay, but
been a
but
long
tell me
time.
This. Answer me this. Yes, it has been 3 years. But just because it's been 3 years, is it time to change it just because it's still working? TV shows go for 9 seasons, right? So what you do
All
this
good things come to an end,
You
my
have
brother.
Cody.
That's the name of the last Star Trek episode.
Here's what you do. You have Cody go off. Cody's so hot. Cody don't need the title. You have Cody go off and do something with anybody. Shinsuke, fucking Finn Balor, anybody, right? This year's WrestleMania should have been Sami Zayn accidentally winning the Royal Rumble, having to go up against all of his like fucking whatever, and he fights Roman Reigns and he loses.
Yeah,
and
that would've been
Roman
awesome.
Reigns' reign continues.
And they were gonna do that
and
until Cody
and then
decided.
next month, and then next year, you have Cody win.
Yeah.
Or and then you could do it a whole year.
Yeah.
So but hey, that's not the world we live in. Whatever.
Dude, honestly, Roman needs a goddamn break. He's been champ for 3
but you
fucking
know
years.
what? Yeah, but you know what? That's bullshit, dude.
Is it?
Because he probably does need a break because he's soft and he wants to
Is
like.
he soft? Does that make him soft? He's literally held the championship for 3. No one's ever done that
Okay,
before.
cool. So
no
he
one
can
in the
be-
whole world. I guess what's his name?
He can be the champion for as long as he wants to. And if all of a sudden he doesn't want to, and he wants to go on vacation, okay, fine, that's fine. So let's do it now. But
Not even
you're
if
not a
it's
real
like his-
champion. You don't have championship material in your heart because the real champion would burn it until the wick.
Yeah.
Dude,
is
how long
done.
was Shawn Michaels champion for?
Yeah, but Shawn Michaels wasn't popular. Roman Reigns and his act, although 3 years old, is still the hottest it's ever been.
But he's the villain.
But who's to say that once he's not champion, he still won't be popular?
No, because once he's not champion, you're right, he'll go on vacation.
He'll get into acting.
But
And you know what? That's a huge problem too. That's what they all want to do.
Yeah.
They don't
not?
want to.
That's a huge problem
why is it a problem?
It's not because
because it takes him away from wrestling.
Yeah, but Roman Reigns has been there for fucking 10 years.
And I haven't seen him in any fucking game shows or commercials or some shit. Like you were saying before, like these are the best actors who are wrestling.
Roman
actors.
well, that's right.
actually in
Roman
fact-
He might be
Reigns,
the
his
best
biological acting clock is ticking.
Yeah.
So he's like, I can't do WWE for another 2 years. I got to be in Fast and Furious. I got to hurry up.
Yeah, why haven't I seen Roman Reigns in a movie?
Because he's a terrible
He was in
actor.
Fast and
But he's the
Furious.
best wrestling actor.
He is bad, that bad. You
Yeah,
can't
well,
get-
in Fast and Furious, he basically played like a caveman in like a lay.
Dude,
You know,
I
he
would
was like
say
a Hawaiian
It's
caveman.
not goddamn easy to be them, and I want to say he's good for what he does. Roman Reigns is definitely good. He's entertaining.
absolutely.
Larry
he's
Legend in
entertaining
chat.
and speaks well, and he's funny.
Yeah,
Larry
but,
Le- Larry
But he
Legend's in
used
the
to
chat.
not be. He
They don't
used to
seem
not
to
be
care,
able
Larry.
to
you know,
talk.
Steve, the only way I can explain.
He used to fumble his words and stutter and shit. Now he doesn't do that. He's much better at speaking. He's gotten leagues
Well, I'll tell you
better.
what. If I
Yeah,
saw
you're
him,
right. Yes, you're
100%.
Right.
if I saw him in commercials or saw him in movies, then I think if I
Hi, I'm Roman Reigns.
I just saw Roman Reigns in a M&M's commercial the other day. Then I would think maybe he would lose the title at WrestleMania. But because I haven't seen him at all, then I think he will stay the champion. That's
You
what I
think
think.
that Roman Reigns will win?
I think he'll win. Yeah,
He will
and
beat
stay.
Cody
I think
Rhodes.
I kind of agreeing with Pat said that if it's working or is that what you? I don't remember who said what.
The
but-
Roman- to me,
storyline
the
is,
Roman-
is the most popular thing in wrestling.
think he's gonna
is
win,
the Cody
Roman
Rhodes
Reigns.
champion angle?
or Cody
But
wins and then Roman takes it away.
somebody has to
instantly.
dethrone the man. If it's not Cody Rhodes, then who's it going to be?
So here's the thing. Once Cody beats Roman, you have to activate the trilogy.
What's the trilogy?
But if Roman beats Cody, you don't. Well, no. Okay.
Like rematch.
Okay.
He's like,
There's a
rematches.
certain scenario, Steve.
Trilogy of matches.
Yeah, because
Like
you know
Roman
because it
versus
becomes
Cody.
like a flip. A rematch.
to
So,
get the
but
title
okay,
back.
so actually, you know what? Now that I think, because once Cody wins the title from Roman, a shelf life is created, a countdown is created. Okay, because who do you want to be the guy for like 5 years? To me, right now, the answer to that question is still Roman over Cody. I think Roman could carry the storyline for another year easily. It's by far the best thing in wrestling. And you know what? You could have the Sami Zayn chapter of it. Season 3, Sami Zayn could come to an end with Sami Zayn dying, just like in Sopranos. At season 3, Pussy dies, but they keep going on for another bunch of seasons, right? And then you can still have the Usos remain people. And then who's the next thing? What's the next thing? You could have fucking Cody Rhodes should be season 4 of this. He shouldn't be
And
coming in. Dude, that's literally what they're doing. They're bringing Cody Rhodes into the end of season 3 Sopranos when they should have started season 4 with Cody.
Yeah. Well, also
Does that make sense?
It makes sense, and I think also that like if that's true, if they go with Cody loses, right? I think that there has to be a moment in the match where he comes really close.
Oh, of course.
Like
That goes
really,
without
really
saying.
close.
That
Yeah,
goes
because
without
then that's going to put a little dent in Roman's armor. Like they're going to find some Achilles heel that then they're going to play throughout the line, to then bring back in as the final finisher.
I think the plan was
like whatever the weakness of Thanos is, that.
I think the plan was always for Cody to win, and now it just feels fast because of his injury. Like he would have been, if he didn't get injured, he would have been here the whole time.
Fighting the whole
he would have been
time.
fighting the whole time in the plan. Like he would have been fighting towards WrestleMania, and now just because like his injury canceled all that time out, and now he won the Rumble. And now he's going to
just
Mania,
resuming it
and
anyway.
it's just happening.
That's a more likely situation.
Yeah, and you know what? You're probably
the
right.
injury
But
caused a tift.
But it's very similar to a Daniel Bryan situation where, in that time of his absence, Sami Zayn has taken the ball and taken it to a level that like.
But they probably promised the man WrestleMania.
Yeah, that was probably in the contract.
They didn't even know Sami would get over the way he got over, and then that whole fucking thing blew up.
Oh man,
interesting.
I'm
crazy.
really excited to see.
It's
what
a good
happens
week.
with Sami.
Good week to talk about wrestling.
It's just crazy that the Elimination Chamber happens to be in Montreal. It's like crazy how things fucking work out.
That's cool.
Yo, let's talk about something else that happened at Royal Rumble. We're gonna stay on Royal Rumble for a minute.
Can we talk about Wyatt?
Yo, I'm going all the way until the end of the show until I reveal my Warner Brothers Discovery Simpsons Jay and Mark Briscoe joke.
AEW's last.
Stay tuned till the end of the show. Will I be able to get through it? Probably not. There's a very long-winded setup and an equally long-winded punchline.
And this is part of it right now.
And this is part of the setup.
This is the preamble.
So stay tuned because we're going to keep talking about the Royal Rumble. But when you least suspect it, we're going to talk about this Jay Briscoe
joke
it's not a joke.
that you're working on.
It's not a joke. It was a very important moment.
That's true.
But there is a comparison.
There was an awesome moment.
I really care about this joke.
Yes.
It's a good joke.
It's not offensive.
There was
it's
something
just,
from Rumble you wanted to
it's
mention.
observational humor.
Yes.
But let's stick to the Royal Rumble. The pitch black match.
Yeah.
Brian.
And I know that you're going to laugh at me and think I'm a little baby boy for thinking this, but I enjoyed it.
You enjoyed the pitch black.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was awesome.
Tell me the elements of it that you enjoyed, please.
Have you ever seen anything like that before with the little Mountain Dew spilling green ooze splashing everywhere, dude?
The green.
Dude, just the way Wyatt had his like paint on looked so cool to me.
Yeah, that was
cool. It was like mesmerizing. It was like mesmerizing to me. And then like the match, it like might have been a quick match. I mean, people talk shit, but he did cool shit in the match. And then after they did the whole cinematic shit where he put on the extra mask and then he was doing the Kendo 6 no sell Kane shit, dude.
Okay, so I gotta tell you that when he just for no reason put on the second mask,
It's not there's always a like you might think there's no reason, but there's a reason.
it
the
was
man
just
did it.
so dumb.
He became his final form.
Why by putting on a mask? If anything, he should have taken one off.
Why?
And what's with
Maybe
the
he
fangs?
feels most
Was he a vampire?
Maybe. Maybe. Who knows?
I don't like his entrance music either.
It's growing. You said the same thing about Roman Reigns' music when it first changed it.
Oh, I love Roman Reigns.
And you know what? In a few months, you might think the same about Wyatt. It's so epic. It's so epic, dude.
No, but it's not the right song. Like the Bray Wyatt song is not the right song.
I fuck with it, man. I really do. And I like the Uncle Howdy shit. I think it's so different. What like nothing has been done like it before. And you might laugh, but it's creative. And it might not make much sense, but it's building to something. And they're doing the whole bridge with the women's wrestling, like keeping it the story.
But
like,
did you see it? Did you see the Mountain Dew media scrum?
I saw the Mountain Dew scrum.
That Bray Wyatt admitted basically that he doesn't know, and there's no plan for what's going on.
Why would he reveal his plans? He said that there might.
Why
be
would
a
he
plan.
reveal his plans?
Why would he reveal his plan? He wouldn't.
I guess so.
I'm going to say that he said what he said to, because there already is a plan.
A plan.
A plan. I love it, dude. I think it's it's another one of the coolest things in wrestling.
It was one of the things that I did like about it is how LA Knight came out in the neon And like you
It
kind of
looked
didn't
so
know,
cool,
like during
dude.
the entrances, you kind of didn't know what the match was gonna be, and then the black lights came on, and like obviously the ropes changed.
Dude, Bray, it looked insane. I got chills, dude.
Wow, you're like easily chilly.
I'm easily
Steve,
chilled.
can we turn that heat up a little bit
I
louder?
don't have the remote.
I'm
Shoot.
comfortable.
Does it feel good now?
I'm comfortable.
Did we
yeah.
get
my,
there?
My hands aren't hard to move anymore.
You guys are such little bitches.
You were saying how cold your little hands were.
Yeah, but I'm living with it. I mean, what do I care?
Larry said he likes your shirt, Brian.
I love you, Larry. Thank you.
Larry!
I'm gonna see. I think we might see Larry on Saturday.
I'm not going to see Larry
Right.
on Saturday. Unless you guys want to go out to a nice dinner.
I
gonna be
think.
around.
I mean, I don't know about it. Larry might stay at my house,
Oh, nice.
little sleepover, smoke sessions.
I'm in the mood for all you can eat sushi.
Oof.
I like chopped cheeses.
I like some. Never mind.
Yo, is there you gonna say Swiss chard? You should have, dude. You should have just went for the Swiss chard, dude. That's so fucking
But
funny.
so, are you not completely hating Wyatt, or do you still completely hate it? It's intriguing
Yeah,
to say the least,
I think
man.
he's just sniffing his own farts. To be honest with you,
Dude, he's a
I
fucking
think-
artist doing what he does.
he's a fartist, dude.
I think it's cool shit.
Yeah, he's sitting there, fucking spread eagle, sniffing his own arts.
I think to be able to do that shit is the coolest shit.
To what? Come up with random ideas and have hundreds of $1,000s of production behind it with no actual.
Yeah, and everybody gets to talk shit about him and hate it, and he gets to do it and fucking not give a fuck. And get paid mad money to do what he wants to do.
Yeah, that does sound awesome.
It is awesome.
Word.
Yeah, too bad they didn't give the job to somebody qualified.
I think he's pretty qualified.
Yeah, I don't.
He's
really know
fucking
about
awesome.
that.
Just him sitting at the scrum. He's so big, dude. He's like awesome to look at.
Yeah, he looks like a little fucking potato, dude.
Big potato.
He's like goth Otis.
I love goth shit. I'm sorry.
Yo, you know what's the best type of potato though?
Fried?
Twice baked.
Ooh,
You guys
yeah.
ever do this?
I don't know
like
if I've ever had
like
that.
Grammy's house or something.
I don't
Because
know.
you know.
How do you make it
dude,
twice baked?
You
Yo,
bake it once.
so what you do is you literally cut it. You
Mm-hmm.
got a potato. You cut it. You scoop it out.
Oh shit.
Scoop the pot, right?
Okay.
Then you mash it, and you fucking put it right back into the
Into the
Do you
skin.
do you
Yeah.
add shit like
and then you
cream and
bake it
meats?
again?
Do you
yeah.
add
Then you,
cream
and then you
and
put it
meats?
back and double baked.
Do you
That's
add
nice.
You
shit?
could do that.
like
So like you could
loaded,
add like
like
a
a
cheese.
loaded-
Not yet, Larry. Not yet. That's coming at the end. He
You
had-
could like smash it. You could put like sour cream and like you make the potato substance that's gonna go back into the.
potato skin.
That sounds really like.
And then you put it in
sour
like the
cream and
oven.
shit.
I'm hungry now. Larry said, "Did you guys talk about? Did you talk on Jay Briscoe's memorial service?
No,
yet?
not yet. Not
We're
yet.
We're working up to it.
No, we're gonna
Not
do
yet.
it, but no, we're gonna do it later.
Yes,
Yep,
that'll be
yep,
that.
yep,
That'll
yep.
that's
We'll
gonna
do it
close the
later.
show.
I have
Unless
a
you want a super chat.
funny joke that I'll tell.
Yeah, it's a good joke.
I have a funny joke,
Yeah.
and it's intricate. It's
intricate,
not an
yeah.
easy.
It's a.
It's not a knock knock. Who's there?
No.
Jay Briscoe. Har har har. It's not one of those. It's like it's a good joke. It's a tasteful joke.
It's tasteful.
It's
It's
very
not.
tasteful.
It's not
Nothing
I'm
wrong
so
with it.
hungry.
tasteful.
No.
Nothing wrong with it.
It's not tasteful.
But it's more of a joke about Warner Brothers Discovery
Yes.
than it is about
Right.
any kind of
It's
tragedy.
on them. It's on them.
And there's a joke that I'm going to try to get that fucking. Try to stick that landing.
What else? What else really happened though? Rhea Ripley won the women's
Well, the
Royal
pitch
Rumble.
black match was a match, Steve, in case you were wondering.
Mm-hmm.
It was a match that was contested all in black light. So they turned the entire arena into like a goth rave.
Did you ever see Batman Forever?
Yeah.
Did you ever
Right.
see?
Widely regarded as the worst Batman movie. of all
No,
time.
whoa. First, Batman and Robin with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Which is basically just 3.5.
Yeah. Same
Really?
thing.
Yeah, it's
Batman
basically,
Forever
am I
is
right?
definitely not regarded as a bad Batman movie.
Well-
Jim Carrey, Tommy Lee.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Tommy Lee Jones?
But are we right that Batman and Robin was really just Batman Forever?
Again.
and a half?
Yeah. They're
No.
all the same.
I would say the corny one-liners in the Arnold Schwarzenegger one are regarded as the worst
Imagine
Batman
if
movie.
Houses of a Thousand Corpses was directed by, Nick Carp. Okay, that's basically what this fucking.
Now you really.
Well, I
went
think
there.
here's a good analogy. So like
was a
Batman
good match,
is
damn it.
Simpsons season 1. Batman Returns is like Simpsons season 9. Batman Forever is Simpsons season 30, and
come
Batman
on.
and Robin is Simpsons season
Dude,
31.
Kiss from a Rose. Kiss from a Rose.
Great song.
Great movie.
I don't know. Well, I haven't seen it in a while. I haven't seen
Anyway, there was a lot of neon blacklight things happening in that film.
It was like the scene where Robin was
Larry's
fighting.
on your side.
Thank you, Larry. But you know the scene where Robin's fighting all the skull guys with the black lights and everything's all colorful
in Forever.
in Forever.
No,
Where
but
when
I can-
Batman takes the Batmobile out with the girl, he's like driving the Batmobile.
I saw it
Steals
when
the
I was 10,
Batmobile.
maybe.
Hey, you know what? The Batmobile in Forever is
It's the
good.
sickest
That's the one
Batmobile.
with like the plasma.
That's the one that was in the Great Adventure.
like the blue plasma.
Nice.
right.
Yeah.
Maybe I should see it again.
You need to see
I
it.
should
I have
see
it
it
on
again.
DVD.
Hey,
You want
check
to
it
borrow
out.
I will check it
Jim
out.
Carrey as the Riddler.
But I know what Blacklight is, so
Right.
so like I don't.
So
if
basically
you just
the
said a
match-
match in Blacklight, I already
their
got it.
own commentators commented that the match looked like it was taking place in the back of a Spencer's Gifts.
I fucking love Spencer's.
That's exactly what Corey Graves said.
Were the words laser tag said it all?
No, but
Cues
they
are.
were
Laser
thought.
tags
They were thought. Yeah.
Blacklight.
But I did love
the wrestlers
Spencer's.
wear reflective?
Oh, Bray Wyatt
things?
was fully painted and
Oh,
shit.
nice.
And it
Okay,
looked
so
insane.
that's what you gotta
He
do.
came out and he
His
looked normal.
eyes.
Who did?
It was actually pretty dope. He came out and he looked like
But when they flicked it, he was like,
Yeah,
boom!
yeah.
Oh, awesome! Yeah,
Pretty
that's how
dope,
you do
pretty
it.
dope.
I'm glad.
and he even had contacts that like in like real life were brown, and then
Sick.
with the black light were like red.
That's
Insane.
extra.
It was pretty
extra
dope.
sick.
That's good. That's
yeah,
good.
because he
That's
cares
cool.
about lame shit.
It's not lame.
It was lame.
Lame
Well,
to you.
well, no, but it was lame
cool
in a
to me.
good way.
It was
a
the
good lame.
dopest, coolest shit to me, and it's lame to this boy.
Okay, and then tell him what happened with Uncle Howdy. Explain to Steve
Well,
Uncle Howdy.
Howdy is basically no one knows what Uncle Howdy is, and it's like a being that
Bray Wyatt doesn't either.
Bray Wyatt says it's him. He is Uncle Howdy.
It's like a materialization of his like inner demons.
Is Uncle Howdy played by him, or is it like a? Is it just
There's a person wearing a mask and a hat and an outfit that is
okay.
Uncle Howdy.
Okay,
that doesn't
gotcha.
have.
But it's like a stunt double for all intents and purposes.
because there are scenes where he's talking and they're talking live back to
Uncle
each other?
Howdy's never said a word.
Oh,
He laughs.
gotcha. Okay, and it's Bray Wyatt. You said
Bray. It's like a
it
new
could be.
character.
It could
it's a
be.
materialization of one of his personas.
Yeah.
Where are we
it's
gonna
a
get
new-
chopped cheeses?
new characters.
I'm ready.
Larry says I introduced Pat to chopped cheese.
Yes, he did.
You
Larry
intro-
Legend.
And you know what? You introduced me.
And I introduced you, Brian.
It's a full circle of life.
Qzar. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, it
that
was very
laser
Qzar.
tag place.
Garden City.
Hi, Bullies says I got character production.
Yo, what's up? Thank you for watching, everybody. We appreciate
Pork
you.
Chop Express.
Please hit
chat.
the thumbs
Urka.
up.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, everybody.
Please hit the thumbs up, and like continue to like watch the show, support us
Yeah, we're talking about
in any
wrestling.
way that you can.
love
Yeah,
it.
So the
so
black
Pitch
light
Black.
was cool.
I personally
There were some
loved
cool
it.
elements. You know what? You're right, Brian. We can agree that it definitely wasn't anything that I've seen before.
Right. And that's all Bray Wyatt brings to the table. He continuously brings things to wrestling that have never been done.
And then after that, there was the women's championship match.
Alexa Bliss and
Right,
Yeah,
and Alexa
Bianca.
Bliss is like kind of like haunted by the same
right, which is
figure that interfered in the match prior.
because she was affiliated before he left. They had this female wrestler had a like a stable going with Bray Wyatt prior in the past, and Bray Wyatt
In the show.
In the
res-
past.
in the past in wrestling.
Got
Bray
it.
Wyatt left, and now Bray Wyatt has come back.
Gotcha.
And now Alexa Bliss has been there the whole time.
Yeah.
And now Bray Wyatt's back. So now Bray Wyatt, the darkness is affecting her on her side without Bray Wyatt even being near her.
Imagine trying to explain this to somebody that you like cared about what they thought about you.
I don't care what anybody thinks. So
No,
it's
I
easy for me.
understand. Me too. But it's like imagine if you're like, oh, like the holiday party, like, oh, could you put on Royal Rumble? It's like, oh no, you don't.
I go to the bar and the first thing I put on is the Acacia strain.
Yeah.
You know? I just love to do
When
those
you say
things.
that the darkness is affecting Alexa Bliss, How does like if you had to describe what you were looking at to a blind person, what would you say? Like, what's happening
During her matches? The screen will flicker with the Uncle Howdy.
when you say the
image.
screen? Do you mean the
The
screen
Titan show,
I'm watching, the TV, or the
Sometimes
screen
one-
in the place?
In
One
it's
or the
definitely
other,
happening in
sometimes both.
It
I
can
would
cut
say
back,
the
okay.
screen, the Titantron in wrestling.
Yes.
The screen, it's happening there and on the TV.
Okay, cool.
Sometimes it's on the TV, sometimes it's on the jumbo.
Right.
And then what happens?
And basically
knows.
it just fucks with Alexa Bliss
While Alexa's like
in
fighting
a
or
match
something?
while she's in a match.
And all it is just like a
Right, and then he like you'll even get like an Uncle Howdy standing there,
Maybe
Gotcha. That's cool.
and then she'll just be like in a trance, and then that'll be it.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's
I like
terrible.
that. I like that stuff.
I know.
See?
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
But I like it, Brian, because it's so bad. That's why I like it.
you don't know what you're saying.
Do you
now I'm on your side.
Do you partake in any art that you know is bad, but you like it and enjoy it?
I listen to
regardless?
slam metal.
But I
That's
mean,
like
He plays Kingdom
The majority
Hearts.
of people would say that's the worst music
Everybody
in the
knows
world.
Kingdom
but
Hearts is
that's taste. And so, because if you talk to people who liked that type of music, you could argue what's good and what's bad.
Right.
The dudes practicing in their garage who don't have a record label, that's bad.
Right.
But there are some dudes who practice in the record label who are bad. And you're like, you know what, though? They got heart.
Right.
You know, I've
Terrible
seen
analogy.
local shows of people who are like doing punk shit. They couldn't hit a note. They couldn't sing right. They couldn't really play correctly. But I
loved
enjoyed
it.
it.
They loved it.
But everyone there would say, that's bad. It's bad. But it's fun and it's enjoyable. That's it, the same way I enjoy
I would
what
never
you just
admit.
said
I
about
would
the
never
darkness.
admit that
It's
about anything I
stupid.
like because I like it.
But
he doesn't see it that way.
But it's not something to admit. If you truly enjoy it for what it's worth, then there's value in that.
But you wouldn't think it was bad though.
I'm
If
saying
you
I
like
have
it,
the-
you couldn't think it's bad.
wouldn't
No,
realize.
I disagree.
You wouldn't
I disagree.
realize.
I have the capacity, and I think a lot of people have the capacity to enjoy
So what do you think? What do you
bad
know is
things.
bad that you like?
Oh, there's a lot of movies
Doing
that
this
are
show,
bad
probably.
that I like. Like, for instance,
Batman
like,
Forever.
Beer Fest. It's not a very good movie.
Dude, that's such a good movie.
It's very funny, and I
don't
enjoy
know what you're
it very
talking
much.
about, Steve.
But it's not a very good movie.
I would
It's
say
not, it's not going to win any Oscars. That's for damn sure.
And-
Anchorman's another one. It's a funny movie that I like, but there are people who hate that movie. Who'd say it's the
But
one
that's
that people
taste. That
hate.
comes to
The
taste.
people who hate Anchorman were probably forced to watch it one too many times.
Dude, if you watch Anchorman, you would probably piss your little panties.
I just feel like the people who hate Anchorman, like, okay, I feel like you could be the person who doesn't like Anchorman. That's fine. But like,
I want a shirt with Brian's face. You're gonna piss your little panties. Can we
I was,
make
just,
that a
I was
shirt?
just trying to move on.
No, this is great. It's great.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you watch Anchorman on your own and love it, then I fuck with you.
Yeah.
But if you watch Anchorman on your own and don't like it, it's no big deal. But if like, I feel like the people who I don't want to talk to are the ones who like.
Tweet that they hate Anchorman.
No, well, it's like the people who like they were never gonna like Anchorman, but somebody that
Like, made
they
them
knew
watch it, yeah.
loved it.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Made them
not
watch
only did they have to watch it, they had to watch it with the person going like, ha ha ha, I love Lamb.
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha. Brick killed
That's
a
gonna
guy.
make you hate
Ha,
it
ha.
more.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what made those people
Hate it
hate
even more.
Anchorman.
Yeah.
Like if those people weren't able to watch on their own, maybe
Yeah.
they just would have disliked it.
Yeah.
But the people who actively hate Anchorman
Yeah.
had to watch it with people who love it.
That's funny.
It's like the same thing with like Zoolander.
Yeah.
And it could be the same with wrestling even.
Yeah.
You know? Very, very
Well,
all
interesting.
and that
movies.
person sucks too because if I never seen Zoolander, so if
Oh
someone-
my God!
if I sat
you
down,
gotta watch it.
if I
Right?
s-
That's a famous last one.
Yeah,
you gotta
watch it.
You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
It's great.
and I want to watch it with the people like you. They're like,
No,
Blue Steel. You know, I want to see.
Dude,
I would
I
love
just
that. I
purchased
would-
Zoolander 1 and 2 on DVD.
There's a sequel.
Yeah.
What is this? A center for ants?
Yeah. That's see, that's what because I like that. I would want to be there when you
no,
laugh.
but I feel like watching Zoolander with somebody who loves Zoolander
Yeah.
is poison.
I
it's
love it.
Zoolander poison.
I would
You don't
totally
want
be
it,
into
dude.
that.
Oh
I would
my God.
absolutely be in.
Do you
That's the
hear
only
that-
way
you
I
hear
want to
that
watch
band's
it.
feedback?
What the hell is going on? Shut up out there.
I tell you what though,
I will tell you
the band's pretty loud, but you know what's louder? This fucking
Dude, this thing.
His heating duct is so
No, you
loud.
know what? You guys are right. The band was much more annoying than this.
Dude, it's vibrating.
And I don't even hear the band, so we're good.
Yo,
Zoolander.
Okay, so
Never watched it at all, says Larry. Thank you, Larry.
what? Anchorman.
Anchorman,
or-
the legend is iconic. He says. Larry says.
It's facts.
It's a great debate, though. Like, what is bad? What is good?
You made a whole block. Of
You know what I mean?
cheese.
And like, can I know I can enjoy something that like most people would say is bad, or and I
Yeah, but you
enjoy it
couldn't-
because
you
it's
would-
Most
bad.
things that I like, people say are bad.
But you wouldn't be able to like. You can enjoy things that are bad, but it's harder to enjoy them when you're sitting next to somebody who thinks it's awesome.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Brian, what about this? Are there any like movies that are out there that are regarded like Oscar winners, like the highest art of them all, that everyone's like, this is a great movie, and you don't like it at all?
Not that I can think of. You'd have to name them.
Yeah, I'm
Citizen
trying to think.
Kane,
I don't. I've never seen it.
Titanic.
I love Titanic.
Although Titanic's a good movie.
It's so
Of
good.
course, you're very emotional.
I cried like a little baby. It's hard. It's hard.
It's a good debate though, because like
Yeah, it's hard. That's hard for me to think too. I'm trying to think. Like, I feel like
well maybe
You know about the movie that's regarded as the worst movie in the world? The movie you know the movie The Disaster Artist? Pat, you ever-
yes.
And it's about
It's about The Room. Yeah,
The
I
Room,
haven't
which is
seen
regarded
either.
as like the worst movie.
Yes.
Ever.
yes. But there are people who love The Room. Have you watched The Room? You love The Room.
But it's like I like it because I feel like I tend to like things that people don't like in
Yes.
irony.
Yes,
And I
yes.
find the humor in it.
Yeah. But do you think The Room is a good movie?
No.
Okay.
I
Well,
would
then
say-
there's,
I would
there's
say-
there is hope for your soul.
I would
then.
say it's funny.
But you
it's
enjoy
like the acting is funny to watch.
Yes.
Than be so bad.
There you go.
Yeah, but that's
how
different.
I
That's
feel about the
different,
black
though.
light. No, the Elixir Bliss thing. The way you feel about The Room is the way I feel about that. I enjoy it, but I know it's like stupid. It's pretty bad.
entertaining.
It's very entertaining. Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
And you can be, I guess you can be bad at something and still be entertaining.
100%. Absolutely.
That's
like
interesting.
William.
That's this
Hung.
whole show.
But people would say that about Bray Wyatt. Would you say that about Bray Wyatt?
I mean, that's the way that I enjoy Bray Wyatt, where it's like my eyes are glued to the screen.
So you're entertained.
Well, yeah. I mean,
But
yeah,
you think
I
he's
am.
bad.
I'm entertained. Well, I'll take it a step beyond. It's not like he's just some schlub that shows up on the screen, and I'm like, wow, this guy's entertaining.
All right, we got a super chat.
I actually will.
whoa. We got a super chat.
Well, hold on, give me a second. I will watch. I will go out of my way to watch Bray Wyatt because I can't wait to see how much I hate it. Anyway, super chat.
That's good too. So super chat. Oh shit,
Let's
it disappeared.
go.
Of course.
Did
Where'd it go?
did we just get bought chopped cheeses tonight?
I would love that.
It says message retracted. Oh, I didn't
Redacted.
see what it said.
Dr. Redacted.
Adam. It
Redacted.
said something about Vince. It was like Tommy Wiseau is the Vince of something, but
Who the
then
hell is
now it
Tom?
got
Oh, Tom-
Tommy
that's
Wiseau
the- that's
is the
the
Vince
actor.
Russo of film. I don't know who Vince Russo is.
Vince Russo is like
Wait, what's the first name? Who? Tommy?
That's the guy from the
Tommy
Disaster Artist.
Wiseau.
He's the
The-
lead actor in the movie The Room.
That's regarded as the worst movie of all
Right.
time.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Right.
Isn't Jennifer Lopez in that?
No.
The Room?
Was it Guy Ritchie?
Nope.
Guy Fieri?
I think you're thinking of the wrong movie.
No.
All
Yeah,
right,
you're
yo,
thinking of another. There's
let's
probably
go-
another movie called The Room that's actually good.
That's true with Jennifer Lopez.
Yo, let's go over our
But
Royal
who's Vince
Rumble.
Russo though?
Oh, he's like a
He used to be a booker. He used to book
he's like a
things.
wrestling creative.
Okay, and he sucks.
Yeah,
People,
there you
I mean,
go.
he's a wrestling mind.
he's a wrestling mind.
Go ahead, continue.
So let's go over our Royal Rumble $25,000 pool results.
We got what? How much did we win? We won like 30 cents, right?
Well, we had 13 of 20 correct.
13
What
of
the hell
20
are you
correct's
talking
pretty
about?
good.
First of all, fill me in here. What are
All
you
right,
talking
Steve,
about?
let me explain to you.
And them.
on DraftKings.
Okay.
Okay, there was a free pool,
Okay.
a Royal Rumble pool. You know, don't zoom in on my phone. Don't. There was a Royal Rumble pool, and you basically went in and you answered. It was free to join,
Okay.
and you answered 20 questions about the Royal Rumble.
And this was like made by FanDuel. It's like an official.
I guess
FanDuel
there's a
thing?
collaboration between FanDuel and the WWE.
Cool. Interesting.
Okay. So the first question was, will entrant 1 and 2 be from the same brand?
I was right about that
And
one.
we said, oh, hell yeah. Now watch this, Brian.
Which was Gunther
Because
and
the thing
Sheamus.
is,
Gunther and
Steve,
Sheamus.
there's multiple levels of winning.
Okay.
Right? So if you're going to answer 20 questions about the non-known outcome of a sporting event, you got to take a few chances, right? Because you want to set yourself apart from like the other people. You want to be
Yeah.
the top dog.
Yeah.
You know, you want to say like you want to say no to a question everyone's saying yes to.
Right. Absolutely.
To like try to like set yourself apart.
Edge.
Right. Exactly. You got to go edge.
And I fucking nailed it.
Right.
Thank you.
So we're starting off so hot because will entrant 1 and 2 be from the same brand? Meaning
SmackDown
or
or Raw.
Raw.
Got it.
Right? 70%
Said no?
different brand.
Wow.
But guess who was on the same brand?
We said it.
Yo. Boom. So we nailed it, right? 1 for 1. There you go. We're killing it, right? And then it goes, when will number 1 be eliminated? Right?
Is it multiple choice?
It is.
options?
Multiple
It's
choice.
options.
Okay.
Before number 4 comes out.
Can I guess some of these? Because I don't know.
Yeah,
You know what, Steve? Go ahead.
All right.
So,
give me
Steve,
the choices.
in the Royal Rumble 2023, when was number 1 eliminated?
Okay.
Was it A, before number 4? B,
Jesus.
between 4 and 17? This is before they come out,
Yep. I get
right?
it.
So 5, 4.
I get it. What's C? What is
Okay.
C?
C. Okay, so A, before number 4.
Got it.
B, 4 and 17.
Got it.
C, 18 and 30.
Okay.
D,
They're the
number
winner.
1 is
Yeah,
the
they're
winner.
Yeah. Okay. Number 1. I mean, I think the most popular answer would be B, between 4 and 17. But I'll go with C, 1830.
Steve, you were right on with what we said because the most popular answer, 60% between 4 and 17.
Yeah.
And we were right between 18 and 30. And you
Nice.
see, the thing about
I'm on the
number
same
1.
page, baby.
See, and this is what I was explaining to you. If you were looking at it as a regular sporting event, the 4 best entrants would be 30, 29, 28, 27.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, true.
But in real wrestling, 28 and 29 kind of, it's like you'd rather have
lame.
1, 2,
Yeah.
27, 30.
Yeah.
And the reason it's 27 is because that's like the most winningest number.
It's, I feel like, you want to be 130 or there's like
And that's
one
what
other
happened.
number.
Is that
But
what
if you were
happened?
to explain it to the person like looking at it like a sport, like it's like, well, what number 1? That's the worst. No,
Yeah.
because number 1 could be the headlining.
Right. It's
Yeah.
the story.
Right.
You got to think of it in the
So,
story.
so it really is like kind of like outside of the box to be like, yo, when will number 1 be eliminated? So you would almost go like, yeah, I guess the 2 would be either 1's gonna win or 18 and 30.
Right.
Well, yeah, to me, number
Facts.
one coming out is to me, and I don't know nothing about any of this shit, but to me, it's either a late exit or the winner,
Right.
in my opinion.
And you know there
Or
was
very early exit.
well, there was thought
or,
like,
or yeah, that's
maybe
rare. That's more rare.
Right.
that
in
would
my
be
opinion.
that would be rare, but that would be
But it happens.
but
It's
that,
definitely happened.
That would be interesting though. It's like 1 comes out and then 2 just like
Eliminates.
kills-
I
You
said
know,
that-
yeah.
I feel like it's happened.
I
I
feel
would
like
love
it has
that.
happened, but
happened.
it is like the rarer of the 3
Brock
scenarios.
Lesnar came out at number 10 one time and started eliminating everybody.
I would love it if The Rock came out number 1 and was eliminated number 2. Like that would be that's like Bruce Willis dying in Die
Yeah,
Hard.
but that
like,
would
you
be
know?
exactly. But there are some things you never do.
exactly like that.
Okay, so here's another one. Who will enter first? And this one is right down the middle. And Steve, you might not know this.
Yeah.
Just 2 wrestlers, Omos and Braun Strowman.
I don't know.
Okay, so we were right though.
We said Braun.
45% said Omos.
Is that number 1 or just before
No,
the
it's
other?
just like one before the other.
Okay, gotcha.
So we were right on Omos. And then it goes, who will enter first? Gunther or Ricochet?
We said Gunther.
And Gunther was number 1.
Right.
Oh wow.
So we crushed that.
Crushed it.
So, dude, so right now,
We're like 4 for 4.
we're 4 for 4.
Oh.
That's lit.
And what happens if you? How many are there?
20.
What happens
There
if you
are
get all
20.
of them?
So so it's $25,000 in prizes.
Wow.
The person who won, the top prize was 1,000, and they got 19 of 20 right.
What would have they gotten if they got all 20? Do you know?
I mean, I guess it depends on the ratio or
Right, I
whatever.
get it,
I don't
right.
know. I guess it all breaks down on like how many people like.
Play.
So like if somebody had gotten 20
it's
of
free,
20,
isn't it free?
then everybody's payouts would have been less
Yeah.
because like the top score was 19 of 20. So maybe 10
It's like the
of
lottery.
20
It's like the
needs-
lottery. If it's like,
And you said it was a $25,000 prize pool.
Well, it's a prize pool. So top prize was 1,000. So they paid like 10,000 people. You know, we won.
wow.
Spoiler alert: we won 12 cents. So but we're killing it. But so Gunther, we killed it. So then we go, who will have the most eliminations? And I don't have the number right in front of me, but it was Austin Theory or Lashley. Now to think back, Austin Theory,
It wasn't Gunther?
he was in it for it's just between these two, Brian.
Oh,
between
who would
those
have
two,
the most
who will have more
Right,
eliminations?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Who will have the most eliminations? Bobby
Between these two.
Lashley or Austin Theory? And looking at this after the Royal Rumble, I was like, we were wrong. We picked Bobby, right? Austin was in it for much longer, but no, Bobby came in real quick, eliminated like 3 people.
Right,
Yeah.
Right? So 71% picked Bobby. We were on that. We got Bobby. 5 for 5.
Nice.
Right?
So the popular answer was the correct answer.
Right,
Yeah,
that one.
That's good.
So,
that's good.
so this is where we start going awry.
Uh-oh.
If anyone, who will interfere in the Rumble? Okay, so the choices were Paul Heyman, Scarlett, MVP JBL. I convinced us that it was going to be Scarlett. Fucking Karrion Kross and Scarlett, they weren't even in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Someone interfered, though, and I can't remember who it was.
Well, anyway, it wasn't Paul,
Scar-
it wasn't
Scar-
MVP, and it wasn't JBL, so everybody got credit for that.
Everyone got wrong
so we're-
on that. Yeah.
Everybody got it wrong, but it was void.
Interesting.
So we're 6 for 6.
It was a push.
6 for 6, baby.
Lit.
So here's where we fucked up. Who will have the most eliminations? Theory, Lashley, Rhodes, Omos. Theory actually had. I'm sorry. Rhodes had the most.
Wow.
We picked Omos.
Rhodes, I guess out of those
Out of
four,
those
he had the
four,
most,
right. So that's one wrong.
So it was known that Rhodes was coming in. That's
Yeah,
how they can
and
make
you
it.
know-
He was the
and
he
that's
was
the
the only
thing.
one heavily advertised for the Royal Rumble.
The one thing is that I think all three of us last week when we were picking this, we instinctually were like, well, they can't just give it all to Rhodes.
Yeah.
He can't have like number 30 most eliminations and win. Like, so
But they did?
Yeah, but that's what
what
we
they
did. So we had everything right except for like the fate of Cody,
Wow.
which was like more predictable than we could have even
Yeah.
predicted.
I mean,
Right.
2020.
Hindsight.
Hindsight is 2020, so you can't say.
Facts.
If Omos is eliminated, how many people will be involved in removing him from the ring?
That's a great
So,
question.
Steve, I want you to answer this.
Well, is he a big dude?
It's
He's like
the
a la-
biggest
last-
guy.
Yeah, yeah.
The biggest
guy.
So
4.
is it
4
few-
is your standard answer, I think.
So the over-under was 7. Fewer
Oh.
than 7 or more than 7?
Fewer than 7, I think.
Okay, yes. So 73% said fewer. We said fewer.
Yeah.
Steve said fewer. We nailed it.
Okay,
So,
great.
already, like, we only got the one wrong.
7's
was
a
a
bit
push.
much.
And, well, no, we had the push and the one wrong.
Oh.
So then the other one is, will an eliminated participant re-enter the ring?
Oh, that's really rare, I feel.
That is definitely really rare.
I think it's a
That's
no.
like Mick Foley coming back.
Yeah, that's got to be a no.
Well, we said yes,
Ah.
and it was 57
I bet
yes
that was Sean's
to
fault.
42.
I blame that on Sean.
Wow.
No, we said yes, and it was yes.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Who tell me this story.
I believe that like Finn Balor re-entered or The Miz re-entered.
He re-entered?
Yeah, they like slid back in. Somebody slid back in.
But did that person make any eliminations?
It doesn't matter. Will an eliminated participant re-enter the ring?
Oh,
No, I'm saying besides the DraftKings.
Was
Like
it might
I'm
have
just
been-
curious in terms of just Royal Rumble rules. If an eliminated person comes back in and eliminates someone
There's
themselves,
no rules. That person is out.
Yeah,
That person
because it's
is out.
no DQ. Yeah.
that's fucking crazy.
But normally they wouldn't do it that dirty. They would have that person like help somebody else.
Wow. Okay, I didn't realize that.
But will an eliminated? Yes. So we were right on that.
Huh,
Okay, ready
okay.
for this, Steve? What do you think about this?
That influences my answer, though. I might
Will
not have said
any
no. Mm-hmm.
participants wrestle outside of the ring?
That happens like once a time. Yeah, I'd say yeah. I would
So-
say like 80% said yeah.
So 81% said yeah. We said yeah. We were on it. So just to review, dude, the first questions were 1, 2, 3, 4,
Wow.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We were 9 out of 10
Wow.
on the first half of this fucking thing.
That's pretty sick.
Yo, dude, we were on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now this is where we fucked up, and you know what? That's why he didn't show up today. Because Sean was all over this Dominic and Rey Mysterio.
Oh, I was kind of on it
Mumbo
too, though.
jumbo.
No. Well, okay, in our defense, he was injured. If he had
Absolute mumbo jumbo.
Mumbo jump. If he was in the Rumble, there would have been an interaction.
So, Steve, I'm going to abreast you of the situation real quick.
Please do.
So, Rey Mysterio, all-time great wrestler. Mm-hmm. In the Royal Rumble.
I've heard the name.
Right. He has a son, Dominic Mysterio.
Got it.
He's been seduced by an evil woman. He's a bad guy now.
Got it.
They're both going to be in the
Did
Royal
he ever
Rumble.
hit somebody in the nuts?
Oh, always.
Oh,
So many
great.
times.
Classic heel.
So
went
they're
to jail.
both going to be in the Rumble.
Yep.
So but they're in separate storylines.
Okay.
Ray
The son and the
is
father
doing
in
something
separate
else.
storylines.
Dom is doing something else.
Got it.
So my opinion was that they're not even going to interact.
You
never know what's going to happen at the Rumble.
Right, that's true. So Sean convinced me. Sean was like, oh, so the whole time I was like, there's nothing to suggest they're going to interact. Then Dom released a video of him training with Rhea, his girlfriend. She was teaching about the Rumble. And in this video, which, by the way, me and you could have produced easily.
I think I remember. I think I saw you post that video.
Right. They mentioned Ray. Oh, Ray didn't teach you these things. So then, only then did I say, oh, you know what? Maybe Sean's right. Maybe they will do it. But guess what? They didn't even.
Wow.
It was a red herring.
Red herring.
He came out with Rey Mysterio's mask.
So basically,
son?
Steve, what happened, long story short.
There was technically
is
an
that
interaction.
Number 17 was Ray.
Right.
Ray's music plays. He's nowhere to be found.
Huh.
Number 18 is Dominic.
With
Coincidentally,
Rey's mask.
and he has evidence that he attacked Ray.
Is that not technically an interaction?
An off-camera implied interaction.
Right.
An
Wow.
off-camera elimination.
Wow. An
But not a
off-camera
technical.
implied elimination. But yeah,
and
technically-
everybody online says, well, if Ray was number 17, now he never entered, but he was announced.
Wow.
So it's no DQ. Cody Rhodes exited the ring by jumping over the top rope.
Interesting.
So technically,
Rey Mysterio wins.
is the winner
Rey
because
Mysterio-
he was
Wow.
announced.
He never got
but
in the
was in
ring.
the hospital.
He never got in the ring.
Never got in the ring. Never eliminated.
Wow, true.
You have to get in the ring in order to be eliminated.
Well-
Curtis Axel.
Well, that
Is the
Curtis
only
Axel
one.
and Rey Mysterio are the two
No.
unsung Rumble winners.
No,
Curtis
there was
Axel.
one when we did the Royal Rumble party one
Curtis
time.
Axel.
Yeah,
that was
that's
the
what
guy.
you're talking about. Where he
He was the
goes
guy
to
who
come in.
never
He didn't
came
even
out.
make it to the ring. He
He
just
didn't
got
get in either.
knocked
He
out.
didn't get either.
So if he got knocked out and taken to the hospital before he made
fair.
it to the ring, that means he's still in the Rumble.
Well, the question is, what did DraftKings judge was the situation?
The,
An
the
interaction
scenarios,
or not?
the scenario options
Yeah.
were Dominic eliminates Ray. Ray eliminates Dom. Or neither interact.
And they put Dom eliminates Rey?
DraftKings sided with neither interact.
Wow.
Which I think is the right call.
Debatable, though.
But
because he had a spot.
But either way, the other answer would have been Dom eliminates Ray. We had Ray eliminates Dom.
Okay, yeah.
Because
yeah,
Cuck Sean fucking influenced.
I forgot
us.
about that. Yeah, yeah.
So whatever.
Damn.
But you know what? Right back on the horse. Will anyone have more than 7 eliminations? Steve, what's the answer? Yes or no? Will any one wrestler have more than 7?
I feel like that's a lot. So I think the safe bet is no. Not
So
more
did
than
we.
7.
We thought it was a lot too.
Yeah.
We said no. 55% said yes.
Wow.
45% said no. No was right.
Wow, nice.
We crushed it.
Nice.
We nailed
awesome. See, when it comes to like theoretical and like storytelling wise or like place and stuff, that I can make a good guess. But when
Right.
it's like, will this guy eliminate this guy? I don't
It's
know the
hard.
backstories
Right.
enough to know.
If you knew
yeah.
their stories, it's easier to tell.
And even those were the ones that we got wrong too. Like the ones because we like kept discussing the story.
Yeah.
Like what could happen.
Yeah.
You know what?
Structure
If
wise,
Ray-
we got.
If Ray was not injured and was in the Rumble, who's to say that he wouldn't have eliminated Dom?
Nah, dude, I was on it. I said no interaction, and I was on it.
Huh.
All right. This one's like lame. How many eliminations will be made by free agents? 3 or more, 2 or fewer. It was 3 or more. Because I guess Cody Rhodes is technically a free agent. He's not technically on Raw or SmackDown.
Free agent within the company.
Yeah. This one's so funny, too. The question was, will Reigns or Owens participate in the Rumble? And so, obviously, we were on no.
Right.
But 55% of people were on yes.
Because they maybe thought that Sami Zayn would be in the Rumble.
Oh, and they'd, interfere? Okay, Steve, here's a good one for you. How many superstars will be in the ring at one time?
Ooh.
7 or fewer, 8 or more.
Oh. Well, I'll switch to me for this one. To me, one of the best things about Royal Rumble is that iconic moment.
Yep.
Where
he's
there's
on it.
just
You're on it.
mayhem.
Yep.
Mayhem
Yep.
going crazy.
This
Thousands of things
is our
happening.
exact thought process.
And so you can't pull off that iconic Royal Rumble type of
With
vibe
7 or fewer.
With 7
Yep.
or fewer. So I'm going to have to say
So
that.
you and us at 70% said yes, and we were on that one.
Oh, good. Thank you.
We're basically on all of these, dude.
You have to have that big fucking crazy
Now
frenzy moment.
here's another thing. Will number 30 be a member of Raw, SmackDown, NXT free agent? They counted Cody as Raw.
So he's not a free agent. That's bullshit. They fucked up their own fucking.
Well, no.
thing.
Well, how many? Will 3 or more eliminations by a free agent, not counting Cody? I don't know who else was in a free agent who was in it. Edge, maybe?
Is Brock Lesnar a free agent?
Maybe.
Does that mean that
Yes.
they
Oh, I
can
guess
wrestle on
Edge,
either
right,
brand?
Edge
Yeah.
Is also
Where they're not declared. So number 30 was a member of Raw, and we fucked that one up. We said SmackDown. I don't know who we were thinking.
probably
Who-
Sammy.
We were probably thinking it was Sam. We weaved the scenario where Sammy comes out as 30 and accidentally wins.
Accidentally wins.
But literally the simplest answer was what happened. Yeah.
Why does he have to accidentally win?
Because it would have been funny.
Because it would have been.
That's
It
the
accidentally-
would have added to his
He accidentally wins.
wolf amongst black metal.
So here's another one.
scenario.
He like bumps into someone and they just fall over.
Right.
70% of people, 75% of people did not think that Cody was going to be 30. So, on our show last week, Sean had a great point. He said, Dusty Rhodes entered the Royal Rumble at number 10. That's Cody Rhodes' dad. So Cody's going to win from 10. And I was like, Sean, that's a great theory. I'm on that. Let's go.
Yeah.
So we said no to 30. And,
We thought
that's why I
Sammy was
think
gonna be 30.
75% of people, I think, who voted on this heard our show.
Wow.
They felt right.
And they were like, yo, that's a good point.
Good idea.
Facts.
And so, no, but he was 30.
Yeah. How many questions do you have and not have at this point?
Oh, my God. At this point, I'm not sure. But we were wrong on who will be the last one standing, Cody Rhodes or Rollins. We said Rollins.
Shit.
We see, that's the thing. Our major problem is we weren't on Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
We were
all
on
thought
Sami Zayn.
We were like, yo, you know
were
what?
on
It's too
Sami.
obvious.
Yeah.
And if we had thought to ourselves, Cody's gonna win, we would have come up with he's 30.
Right.
Yeah.
We would have been right on that. We would have been in the money.
Hindsight, 2020.
Sammy seduced us.
That's the thing with this sports gambling, dude. It's like the second, everything that you're betting is like, okay, this is what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And then when the opposite thing happens, it's like so obvious. Like,
Yeah.
of course this wasn't
Yeah.
what was gonna happen.
It's easy to say
Because
that.
the thing that was gonna happen was like minus 500. But I picked the plus 100 thing.
Yeah, of course.
Because I want to make money. But it's like, obviously the thing that had the best odds.
Yeah.
There's always
happened.
a chance.
Yeah. It's true. Not all the time.
And then we were off on which entrant will win the Rumble.
What entrance did you say?
We said between 18 and 35.
Interesting.
35.
Or 18 and 25, I'm sorry.
Oh, so not the last. So it
Right,
was
if
like
we said 18 and 30, we would have won.
what were the multiple choice for that one? Just so I know.
I'll pull it up for you. God
It's like
damn
1
it,
to
Steve.
4.
Yeah, it was
4
like
to
1 to 4, 17 to 20, and then or 25, and then like
25 to 30.
25 to 30 or something like that.
That's cool. That's awesome.
We
So you
did
had a
pretty
good time.
We did pretty good,
Yeah.
I would say.
We did. We got 12.
Out of 20.
Do you ever
Out of
think the
20.
drinking game's gonna come back at a place eventually?
Yo, I would love for the drinking game to come
that would be
back.
fun.
The Royal Rumble drinking game.
It's so fucking
Where
fun.
you wager the amount of beers. That's another thing. I
Dude,
was
Buffalo
trying-
Wild Wings, man. That's like incredible that happened. It's incredible.
We had a championship evening that night.
It needs to happen again.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get real quick to the AEW Dynamite. I want to run through it real quick. And the most important thing that happened at AEW Dynamite was the Jay Briscoe Memorial.
Here we go.
So previously, Warner Brothers Discovery, they said they had a policy, no Briscoes.
No Briscoes.
Steve, have you seen this episode of The Simpsons?
Which one?
Where it's like the Stonecutters episode. Why won't those crappy idiots let me in their stupid club for jerks? And then it's like, oh, this is just like what happened when I was a kid. And Homer tries to get into the treehouse, and it's like, no Homers allowed. But Homer's like, well, you let Homer
Blumpkin in or something.
Blumpkin in. and then the guy at the treehouse, he goes, well, that's no Homers.
Yeah.
Well, one Homer's allowed. Well, Warner Brothers Discovery, they told AEW, they were like, no Briscoes allowed. But you never said anything about a Briscoe.
There it is, folks.
We did it!
He got it. He got there. He's leaving. He's leaving.
Reach for the sky!
Partner.
You never said anything about no Briscoe.
You
Singular.
He
So
says,
they banned, you understand what I'm saying? In The Simpsons, they banned the plural.
It says no homers. We're allowed
No
to
Homers! No Briscoes! One Briscoe was allowed.
do you know why he used "Reach for the Sky" as his slogan?
No way.
Because he loved Toy Story, and he loved it so much that he put it into his wrestling words.
There's a snake in my boots.
Reach for the sky. I love that.
So yeah,
There's
What?
a snake in my boots. That's good.
whether it was an overcorrection on Warner Brothers Discovery or whether Tony Khan fought tooth and nail, it doesn't matter what happened because everybody was very, very upset about Jay Briscoe. And even though it was a week too late, you can't really say too late. It was a week late. Everybody got the cathartic experience and the goodbye that they wanted. And then there was the 3-hour YouTube show. Did you watch that?
I did.
Did you love that?
I cried like a little baby.
You cried like a little baby.
Yeah.
And then did you watch the You Googly?
Oh well, that's what I was talking.
That's a Zoolander reference, by the way.
Yeah, I watched the.
Check out the movie. Great movie.
What were you talking about? What were you talking about?
Well, there was the AEW show, which had the Jay Briscoe video package, and then
the package,
and then the
yes.
Mark Briscoe.
The package also had Larry in it.
Oh, did it? I didn't even notice.
Larry was in the little package. It was very special.
Larry was on TV?
Larry was on TV.
Wow.
The television in a little package.
It was a very special package.
So they had on Wednesday they had the AEW Jay Briscoe memorial video package, and then Mark Briscoe wrestling, and then they had they aired a day or two later the YouTube show, which was a 3-hour show that they filmed after filming Rampage.
It was a Ring of Honor.
After filming Rampage. Ring of Honor.
I didn't watch the Ring of Honor one.
Oh, you didn't. So you didn't watch that memorial card.
No.
But then you watched the Jay Googly.
Yes.
Which was what, on YouTube Live?
I think it was just up. I'm not sure. It might have been Larry that uploaded it, but I'm pretty sure it was just on Larry's YouTube.
Huh.
And I mean, even if you don't like wrestling, it's like powerful thing to watch.
Yeah, it's about love and loss and life.
It's really. I mean, he speaks amazingly, and it's just awesome.
Jay Briscoe said he's like, oh, after those trilogy of matches with the FTR, it's like my brother went out like Jimi Hendrix, playing the hits,
fucking rock star, bro,
being the man. It was like,
it's facts.
And he was like so normal. It's funny to listen to Mark.
He breaks down a couple of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the person who's least upset is Mark. He's like the one holding it together the best.
Well, because they're like into God and like that they find comfort in that. Like in their belief in their God brings them comfort in their life, and it gives them peace. He has that. He has peace with that.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Right. Yeah. No, you're making. But am I crazy to say that Mark seems the least emotional out of everybody? He seems the most accepting of it. Which makes me feel better because it's like it'd be shitty to see the guy like upset.
He is a performer, and he's you can tell that he's holding back.
Right.
He's not. He's definitely holding back his tears, hard.
Yeah. Well, like in the match, Jay Lethal was more upset than him. You know.
Visibly.
Yeah, like Jay Lethal was like a mess.
Yeah.
And then Mark wrestled, and he just got into the camera. He's like, Jay,
Well, how much of
I
that?
love you.
How much of that is Jay Lethal putting on a show?
oh my God, you want to go there? That like
I'm
a
just
guy.
saying, I'm not to be a dick.
Steve, hey Steve, you thought that every kayfabe thing that we've talked about, you've thought that every shoot thing we've spoken about was a kayfabe thing.
Yeah.
I'm using the lingo, Brian.
Yeah.
Steve, the norms love the
Do
lingo.
I think his death was planned? No.
No, do you think that it's possible that a wrestler would pretend to be more upset than he is about a friend's death? Right? What are you saying?
It's his brother or a friend?
It was
Friend.
Friend, not
He
the-
was more upset than the brother.
he was like yes, the guy that the brother was wrestling
And Brian's being the asshole.
was visibly.
Here,
I'm
by
not
the
really
way.
being an asshole.
He's the
I'm
one,
just-
not me.
I'm doing devil's advocate.
Well, I was going to
Great
say, if it
movie.
was the brother, if the brother didn't seem like he was upset, then I think, like, there's probably a lot of reasons for it. The
Right.
pessimistic and, like, conspiracy theory version of that
killed
is
him.
like, well, how can he be so upset when now he has all this attention on him and, like, he's back in the spotlight and he could potentially revamp his whole career?
Well, they said no
from this-
Briscoes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if
But
how,
they
how
never said
sad
anything
can
about
you be
no Briscoe.
when this is probably one of the best opportunities for him, and he knows
Well,
that.
you know, and they said that
So-
like not only like wasn't even a one-shot deal.
And that
The
was a
bond is
pessimistic.
lifted.
That was a
No more
pessimistic
bond.
view. Also, that was a cynical view. By the
Well,
way,
and
That's
also
not my
like
view.
another pessimistic view I had is like how much did Tony Khan actually fight his owners rather than the owners being like, oh my God, we banned him for too long, like we look terrible. Let's just like open it up. Let's do it a week later. Like the Twitter backlash is enormous. What's going on in the chat, Steve? Tell us.
Larry's coming in hard in the chat. You want to hear what he has?
Yeah,
I do.
Can you say it in Larry's voice?
If you listen to his eulogy, he explained why he wasn't so visually upset. He is able to keep it together, he says, because Jay was always Mark's motivation to even do it when they were kids. It's called posturing, Pat. Yes, in pro wrestling,
yell
it's
at
a
me.
huge thing we do. You should listen to his eulogy. And Urka says, "What the fuck, Steve? That was not my opinion.
Finally, I'm
that was
glad
a cynical thing."
Steve's
I'm in trouble. Because Mark,
Oh yeah, you definitely have to watch the eulogy. It's
What should we
beautiful.
do? Should we just get like Burger King again?
There's
Should we get, like, a
there's
chopped
there's
cheese?
chopped
Oh, wait,
cheese
hungry?
right next to Burger
I don't
King.
want to go to Burger King.
No, let's get chopped cheese.
Okay.
It's right there, right next
I'm into
to
it.
it.
I've never had one.
You've never had one.
I got to do it. No ketchup.
No, you don't get ketchup on.
No,
Good.
but you should get mayonnaise.
You get mayonnaise. That's what comes on.
That's
the
what
chopped
comes.
cheese.
Yeah. If whatever the standard,
standard.
Okay, yeah,
whatever the
there's no ketchup
standard
on it.
is, just as long as there's no ketchup.
Right.
What else? Is there
Alright.
Thousand Island dressing on it?
No, it's mayo. It's just mayo.
Okay, I like mayo. Mayo's good.
All right. Do we have anything else to talk about? Hey, Kota Ibushi will be announced. He was announced to be in GCW.
Nice.
That doesn't make me excited.
No, you don't love Kota Ibushi.
I'm not familiar.
Oh, you should familiarize yourself.
Is he BJW or New Japan? Do you know?
BJ's.
New Japan.
Not BJ. It's BJW.
I was talking about the store, like
Yeah,
Costco.
I'm really. It's 9:00. I'm really hungry. I gotta pee.
I
You
got
know.
a pee too.
All right. So you wanna wind it down?
I think we're gonna wind it down.
Cut into the promos and goodbyes and stuff.
Well, you know, I mean, there are a lot of funny things I wanted to do.
You did the main one.
The joke.
I did. We nailed the
We
joke.
nailed that
y'all.
joke.
We nailed it.
Urka laughed
We
apparently.
nailed it. We nailed it. Hey, let's try it again. Let's do it again. All right.
Yep.
Here we go. Hey, oh wait. All right. Hold on. Yeah. So, what's in the news? Oh, Warner Brothers Discovery. They decided like a week later they're gonna allow Mark Briscoe on their TV.
Huh.
You know, which is like before there was a ban. No Briscoes allowed. Steve, have you ever seen the episode of The Simpsons with the Stonecutters?
Which
I've never
okay.
seen it.
Why won't these stupid jerks let me in their crappy club for idiots? You know? and then Homer's like, oh, Marge, it's just like back in the day when I tried to get in the club and they didn't let me in. And then it's a flashback and Homer's climbing up the tree. Steve, you know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And it's like, hey, can I be in the club? And it's like, no, sorry, Homer. No Homers allowed.
Right.
He's like, oh, will you let Homer Stillskin in? It's like, no, sorry.
Stillskin.
No Homers.
It says no homers.
No Homers.
We're allowed to have one.
They're allowed to have one Homer. It's no Homers. Well, turns out, same thing happened with Warner Brothers Discovery. No Briscoes. But one Briscoe was allowed. Right.
Nailed it. Sorry about the
Nailed it.
feedback.
Hey.
The first delivery was a little better.
It was a little bit better. The first reveal was better.
I like it if you tell the joke from Briscoe's the one talking. Like, I thought you guys said no Briscoes in here.
Hey, he walked in. He's like, hey, what's the deal? I thought you said no Briscoes. They're like, sorry, dude. We meant no Briscoes. Or he goes, oh, I thought you said I'm not allowed here. No Briscoe. No, it was no Briscoes.
Yeah.
Whatever. You get it.
We're allowed one.
Hey, thanks for watching. Please comment, like, share, subscribe, and get ready to tune into the next Blvd Bullies video, which is the search for the next bully part 2. Oh. Find us on blvdbullies.bigcartel.
Boom.
Find us on Instagram.com/Blvd Bullies.
Yeah.
Find us on YouTube.com/Blvd Bullies.
Yeah.
And that's really all we got.
Bye-bye.
For out
Bye-bye.
of time. Bye-bye. Chopped cheese?
Burn in hell forever.
Please.
Forever, 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 forever.
Boulevard.